You are now tuned into Somewhere in the Middle with Soonie and Mo.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay.
Hey, Don on the beat.
I got so many ups.
Everywhere I go, I
got so many ups. I know they plotting against me. I know it's hate, they wanna kill me, but please don't tempt me, cause I got so many glocks. Hey, ain't none of them empty. Jesus said they would hate me too. That's how I know it's envy. I got so many ups.
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? We're back.
The show didn't end. It didn't end. I trolled everybody. That was so fun.
We're gonna talk about that because y'all been had. But low key, listen. I did this. I did the whatchamacallit, the thumbnail of this, that I had something to say because I have something to say. But I'm gonna damn. We already got 30 people up in here. You know, I need to say something because the amount of people, and this was prior to you, you riled up some people. Like apparently, I'm hearing that you were like, "Oh, Mo might be mad at what's his name,
Tyler."
You're
so petty, bro.
No. I seriously forgot because I had Cash on the brain, but or guest Cash, not Cash, but you know. Anyways. So you had riled some people up about me possibly being mad about the whole Tyler situation, but I had people in my inbox. I mean, like so many people, I couldn't even respond to it. They were like, "Mo, are you okay? We're praying for you. You know, please know that we love you." I was like, "What?" I was like, "What is going on here?" So I wanted to come on here because I need to make myself clear to people. Okay. Mo consumes social media, but social media does not consume Mo. Okay. I do this here. I have this platform. I like to be on Instagram and I like to post cool things. But you guys, please know that when I am with my family, when I am with friends, when I am sick, okay, I do not give a damn about social media. Okay. Nor do I owe, and I love you guys. I love you guys and I love that you support us, but I don't owe you an explanation as to where I am at or what I am doing or anything like that. Now, in regards to the Tyler thing, I don't know. I really don't get the hoopla about Tyler. That's Soonie's friend. I've never been friends with Tyler. Tyler took a lot of time to talk about our segment with him when he came on our show. He even made this nice little clip, which he so craftily, whatever the word is, made it look like I was an idiot, and I just was on there like, "Oh yeah, I've taken pics, you know, like with no clothes on or whatever." Like, you know, he made it look so good to fit his narrative. Okay. Mo did not spend any time talking about Tyler or cutting clips about Tyler because Mo doesn't care about Tyler. Tyler is a non-motherfucking factor to me, okay? So you guys have to understand this, okay? I don't play the social media drama game, especially with people like that, because you guys may like Tyler because I've been hearing y'all like Tyler because of his pro-life stance, okay? Regardless of whether he is pro-life or not, he is a shitty human being. He has zero personality, and you guys only like him because he has a slick mouth. Okay, that's the only reason why you like him. Okay, I hope you like me because I keep it real. Okay, I may not always say the right thing, and Mo may talk to gay people, and Mo may talk to drag queens, and whatever, but I keep it real. Okay, when everybody else is out here fronting for the gram, Mo's keeping it real. Okay, so I had to come on here and say that. Yes, and he loves to troll, Holly. I know he loves to troll, and I respect the trolls out there because that's how you get your hustle on. That's not how I operate. I will quit social media without losing a wink of sleep. I will give it all up, okay? If somebody comes for my family or they overstep the boundaries with me. So let that be known for the next time that Mo takes a couple days off social media. I am not taking anything off because of somebody, because somebody says something completely idiotic. I could care less. Okay. Tyler has like 25 accounts because he can't keep shit straight. Mo has one account. And when I lose this one account, it's gone and I'm gone. I ain't doing nothing. Okay. And I have no problem with it. It's cool.
I feel like you just kind of took, like, what about my 27 accounts?
Well, but you listen, that's what you do. If you want to keep going and going and going, I'm just telling you right now, if somebody gets my account taken down because they don't like what I say, listen, it does not matter to me that much. No hate to anybody who makes this their life, but this is not my life. This is so minuscule. When I tell you this is so minuscule in my life and what it matters to me, yes, I love to, give you guys information, wake you guys up to stuff. I love the savagery and the fun that we have. But the minute it crosses a line with me, where it comes into family land, no, baby, I'm done. So that's all I had to say. Now we can get to the fun stuff.
All right. All right. Well, can you name our topics? What are we talking about today?
You know what? I would name our topics, but the other thing I have is internet problems. But let me get over to the video.
Oh, that is right.
Okay. So you guys saw the picture in our thumbnail. Aside from me saying I got something to say, we have a very special guest today. We have Kash Lee Kelly. If you guys don't know who Kash Lee Kelly is, we're going to bring him in. He's going to talk about his story. But he was one of the 1,200 people that was like arrested for January 6th. He just got released from prison, which was amazing. I didn't even know that was happening. And I was actually watching a live he did with Loza, and it
Shout out to Loza.
Very interesting. Yeah,
shout out to
very
Loza.
Interesting. Hopefully he'll share some of the stories. And I didn't know Kash could sing, and I heard him sing on that live. So I don't know. Maybe I, you know how I like to ask people to perform.
When are you gonna perform though? Like we still waiting for that.
I like to ask people to perform.
Yeah, but when is your performance
Soonie,
coming?
Why you always put me on the spot though?
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm on 2 songs now. We're still waiting for Mo.
I perform every day. Yeah, but I like to kind of be back up, like the harmony. You know what I'm saying? Like,
y'all should hear them harmonies that I hear.
But no, I was. But I had never heard Kash sing before, and I was like, oh my gosh, Kash has a beautiful, beautiful voice. And the song, he wrote like a poem, but he sang it on the live with Loza, and it was really, really beautiful. So we'll definitely see if he can do that for us. Then we're going to talk about this Jason Whitlock and Stephen A. Smith drama.
Let's go. We got to get into that.
The kitty cats are fighting. We're going to talk about that. I don't know if you guys saw, but Candace Owens was out on the campaign trail in Iowa with Vivek Ramaswamy. And I thought that was interesting.
I'm glad she's doing it. Shout out to Candace.
Yeah, we'll talk about that because we haven't really talked about that. So I don't know fully what you think. So we'll definitely talk about that. Then we're going to talk about that awful story in Houston of the mother that left her toddler with these guys who worked with her. So we've got some background on these guys, but these guys ended up molesting these kids in a bathroom in the mall.
Disgusting.
And it's disgusting. It's something that I wanted to talk about because I think we are in a situation now where we have a lot of single mothers out there, or we have mothers that are working multiple jobs. And I understand that things get desperate and you have to get your child taken care of. But I think it's important that parents don't leave their children with just anybody. So
yes,
we're going to talk about that.
Can't do that. Can't be so cavalier with your babies. We just have little raw reactions that we're going to be doing from some stories that I pulled from the internet. My ratchet stories. But the main topic is going to be Kash Kelly, and it is going to be Stephen A. Smith and what's his name? Jason Whitlock. I might upset some people with my opinion on this, but don't go nowhere. Just stick around. Just stick around. I mean, what else is new? If I breathe wrong.
What else? Girl.
Jeez.
Who are you talking to?
But
I can't even take a vacation.
You know what? You're right.
Anyways.
You're right. You can, but that clip was just
I'm
like,
right about what?
You're right. People do react off of what we put on the internet, even though we're all influencers, right?
Yeah.
And we have real lives outside of this. We have families. We have things that we do. It takes precedence for some people. So I agree. Mo can take a vacation and she'll be back. It's not the end of the world. And
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm gonna leave it right there.
Yeah. That's funny.
Anyways, guys.
Listen, y'all come for my forehead every show. I get it.
The
I
forehead.
got a lot of forehead. I get it. Okay. I'm proud. Man, y'all come. I came here with my heart, speaking my heart, and y'all coming straight for my forehead.
Maybe you need to stop speaking your heart and be more like me. What?
No, no. That will never.
Okay.
Mo is a heart. I'm a heart person.
All right.
Before we bring Cash in, speaking of Mo was right, or maybe Mo is right, you sent me a clip, and I hope you can pull it up. If you can't,
I will pull it up.
We'll just summarize it.
I will pull it up. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, y'all remember last couple shows, I said, what if Jeffrey Epstein really worked for the CIA or the FBI, and he was a plant, and he was like setting honeypots to get a bunch of dirt on all these people, and he really didn't die. He's just like in some witness protection program because he did his job, and the plan was to like usher him out of existence. And then Ghislaine Maxwell was going to take all the heat, right? It's a perfect story. Anyways, now Candace Owens has said exactly what I have been saying. So
just
now
saying.
it's a topic. Oh,
it's a topic
maybe
now.
Jeffrey Epstein is a plant. Mo said it first. Mo said it first.
Mo said it first. Y'all just recognize that. Mo said it first. Yes. I don't know what's going on.
Yes.
I'm going to stick to in I don't know land. But we're not going to prolong this any longer, guys. Thank you for showing up. One of my favorite people is back home. Now, I think I knew he was coming home because I follow updates from his girlfriend, Erica, and I saw that he was going to be home soon. But I was shocked when I saw the live video. I was like, dude, there's no way. So when I seen he was home, I was really happy. I kind of shed a tear of happiness because it's been 3 years. It's been 3 years and we haven't consistently talked. Like we've talked for the first year consistently, but for the next 2 years, it's just been like hit or miss. We haven't been able to speak, but every now and then you get a message through. Thank you for all the people that would get messages back and forth through us. But if you want to know how I became to be on the internet or even in front of half of y'all's faces, it is because of this man right here. The guy who needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. Okay. He gave me my start. I was so grateful. I had just moved to Japan, you guys. Literally just moved to Japan, probably 2 days. And Cash seen one of my videos. And he was like, dude, he called me on the phone too. I was shook. I'm like, yo, I've seen this guy's video. He's gone viral. He's got millions of views. And he was like, you're brilliant. I want you to come on my show. And I'm like, okay. You know, I'm nervous. Nobody knew who I was. This is when I was quiet. I didn't speak. I would keep a lot of my thoughts to myself. And he brought me on. And the people over at Streetlights and Truth Will Set You Free, they definitely took me under their wing and gave me a platform to speak on, which I will always be grateful for. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my brother Cash. What's up, Cash?
What up, Cash?
Well, what's going on out there, everybody? What's up, Soonie? What's up, Lil Mo?
What's up? We're glad to have you. Are we like your first? Well, I know you did an interview with Loza, but have you done any interviews, or we your first?
Y'all are my first.
Okay.
Hey,
that's awesome.
I mean, I did. I went on with Hawk for a little bit, but I had to go because I had something I had to go do. So I guess we didn't talk about much. It was just positivity stuff that I do, you know.
Yeah. So, for those people that don't know who you are, I know Suni kind of went into how you guys know each other. I'm going to let Suni run the interview as far as like asking you questions, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, how did you get to be involved in January 6th all the way up until now?
My name is Kash Kelly. I'm a Scorpio. I enjoy long walks on the beach. I'm just kidding. Um, no, well, I had made a video when BLM was going through the hood and going through the country, really everywhere, and terrorizing everything. So I did this video called Black Lives Matter, but when is Black Lives gonna matter to us? And it went viral. So then people started asking me questions and what do I believe about this and that, and if I'm a Democrat or Republican. At the time, I'm like, yo, I'm a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I just, identified as a Democrat because I'm black. So, yeah. And then people were like, nah, bro, your stances is not democratic, man. You're more of a conservative. And I'm like, what? So I started doing my little studying and digging, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I am. And then it just took off from there. Everything kept going viral, and people wanted me on their radio shows. They wanted me on their podcast. They wanted me on their vidcast. They wanted news articles, and so it just blew me up, man. And then the positivity really is what I was trying to spread, and then it just became political, highly, highly political, because people started having an opinion, and all my friends that's so-called white, right? They was getting blacklisted and platforms taken, and so I'm saying the things that they want to say but can't say. So as I started doing that, it kept gaining traction. I ended up going around the country, speaking at different events and being at Trump rallies, and yeah, it was pretty cool.
Mm. So then came January 6th. And we got to be careful how much we mention that actual title because
Well,
YouTube still does
how
not like
that
it.
how that happened? Well, they're gonna hate me. How that happened was I stood on what I believed. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a person of action. I don't like to just talk about things. I like to do what I say. You know what I'm saying? What I say I'm gonna do, I like to do it. And I told the people, this is what I believe, so I'm going. And I went, and all hell broke loose.
Mm,
So, yeah,
mm. And
That was a crazy time.
you were in jail where?
DC did went when I got locked up for January 6th.
Yeah.
DC DOC for the first year and a half, and then I got moved around the country. After I got sentenced for everything, I got moved around different prisons.
Wow. And it took a while. Like I remember when I spoke to you when we were on Truth or Set You Free, you still hadn't even had a hearing yet. It took a long time for you to even get a hearing, correct?
Right.
Mm,
They were
okay.
stalling everybody out. They was trying to play everybody, and really it was about getting the most time out of me as possible because I was already sentenced for a previous crime,
Hmm.
and because of that, they could hold me there and not let me go. I had two misdemeanors for January 6th. That's it,
Mm,
two misdemeanors, and they carried a
hmm.
year. So how the hell I end
Wow.
up staying there a year and a half? You know what I'm saying? It
Wow.
was just,
So,
and then they
but
played me on my first step back. So they got all. I was supposed to have been home 6 months ago.
mm, wow. So
Yeah.
would you say if it wasn't for Trump's first step back, you wouldn't even be out?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say
Yeah.
this: if it weren't for Trump's first step back, I wouldn't I wouldn't have the time cut that I gotten off of my probation and halfway house.
Mm.
It was supposed to be off my sentence, but
We
they
have
didn't give it
somebody
to
here.
me. They
So
tried to
so
play me.
what is the like? Oh, gotcha, gotcha. So how did you get out? How did you end up getting released? Did you know that that was coming?
I kept telling the people, the case manager and the caseworker and the counselors, I'm like, listen, man, I'm supposed to be home already. Y'all playing me. I'm eligible for the first step back. And they said, nah, it says here that you're not. It came from Grand Prairie, Texas, that you're ineligible. I say, ain't no way. So I had him, the case
Mm,
manager, shout out to Nicholson, a good dude, man. He did his due diligence. And in doing that, they sent back the paper and said, oh, we slipped up. He is eligible, and they gave me my release date for January 9th, and here I am.
wow, wow. Thank you, Birdman, for the $99 super chat, and thank you, Holly, for the 19.99 super chat. We appreciate you guys. So I know that you're married and you have kids, correct?
Not married, but I got kids.
You're not married, but you have a partner that you've been with for a while.
Yeah,
Okay. And how was that? Like, how was that being away from your family and just,
that was the hardest part. That was the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? But
mm,
thank God I got a big support system. All of the people in America came together. I had bags, literal garbage bags full of mail that I'm gonna do my own live where I'm gonna be reading a couple of those letters or at least naming the people that wrote me and giving them shout outs, man. Because it's probably gonna take me a while because there's that many letters, you know. But they looked out for my kids
yeah.
while I was away. My kids didn't miss birthdays. Shout out to Blake. Blake actually showed up to my house dressed up as Santa Claus to bring my kids presents. So
Oh, wow. That's,
that was amazing. And then all the
yeah.
different people sending support to my children for birthdays, Easter, Christmas, and putting money on my books so that I lived really good while I was in prison. I didn't have no problems.
Mm, yeah. So I'm gonna ask one more question and then I'll let Suni get into it. So I heard who you were locked up with in DC, was it?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk
No,
about
no,
that here?
no.
You want to tell the
No,
audience?
you mean in Arizona. In Arizona.
Oh, in Arizona. In Arizona, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about
Who was
DC.
it?
Derek Chauvin.
Yeah, Derek
Yeah.
Chauvin. Yeah, so you
Derek
were locked up with
Chauvin.
Derek Chauvin.
Hmm.
If everybody knows, put in the comments if y'all know who Derek Chauvin is. If you guys don't know,
And she's gone.
And she's gone. What happened?
I don't know. I think her internet messed up.
Hopefully she'll be back. But you could get into the little bit you have about Derek Chauvin. What was your experience with that?
I'm gonna give a little bit because I'm saving the juicy stuff for a little book and a big powwow that I'm gonna put together on a platform. But yeah, a little bit about him. First off, he's not a racist. I but I'll say this. I believe personally he's a sociopath. I was the only black person that talked to him. You know what I'm saying? And there was one other person that spoke with him that was Puerto Rican, who's also that's my bro. He's also a street light. P. Y'all will be
Hmm.
meeting him soon too. Uh, but yeah, we were the only people that spoke with him, and we got an interview together. We got 70 minutes worth of phone calls that he did an interview for us over the phone. So I'll be releasing that later on in the year. And you guys will hear from his own mouth about that day and what happened and how he feels and all of those things. So stay tuned for that. Nobody else has that. Not one news network in the country has that. I'm the only
Can't wait to
one.
see that.
So yeah, y'all will hear it soon. As soon as P gets out, man, I'm waiting on my bro to get out. He'll be out very soon. So you know,
Somebody said, did he get beat up in prison on Black Friday?
no,
Was that the
he did not.
significant date?
No, he did not get beat up on Black Friday. He got stabbed the fuck up on Friday.
Oh, well, he got stabbed up.
22 he got 22 stab wounds, one of which hit him in like 3 centimeters away from his artery and fucked up his nerves. So now
Ooh,
he's like drooping on one side and yeah.
wow. That's actually really sad. You know,
The dude that did it is the guy that brought down all them black hands. He was also a black hand. His name is Stranger. That's his nickname. That's what we called him in there. But his name is John Tursack.
wow.
But I'm gonna
Well,
get into all of that later on. You'll hear all about it.
yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm actually looking forward to that because I think it is time for another narrative to come out about that story because they keep
Yeah.
recycling the same story. I don't know if you noticed, but you just got out. But on Twitter is now called X. Don't know if you know
Yeah,
that.
I've seen
So
that.
I was
Yeah.
on X a couple days ago, and George Floyd and Derek Chauvin were trending again. I
Yeah.
don't know what for exactly, but I'm interested to see what information you have, and I'm interested to hear what he had to say because nobody ever really
All
got
right.
to hear from him on this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm hearing things I shouldn't know right now.
You're gonna hear a whole lot. You're gonna hear a whole lot. It's coming.
So I'm not going to interview you. We have conversations. So we're just going to
I
have a conversation that we would have on the phone. But
Let's do
how
it.
does it feel to be back? Honestly, like where you at?
Mentally, I'm fantastic. I'm fantastic. It feels good to be free. I feel good. I'm fit. I became a vegetarian for the last 2 years. I've been on a vegetarian diet, and yeah, I feel better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm more fit than I've ever been in my life. Spiritually, I'm better than I've ever been in my life, and it feels good. I mean, the things that are aggravating is I still call, like, I'm in a room right now, right? And I accidentally keep calling in a cell. Every time I'm saying something, like I'm on the phone, like, oh shoot, hold on, I got to run back to my cell. I mean, my room. So
Yeah,
that's one thing. And then I'm not as quick with my phone as I used to be. That's the thing that I've noticed. I'm not as quick with it. I got on TikTok and it was like I was in a fucking alien country. You know what I'm saying? It was foreign. I'm like, man, what the fuck? How do I do this? So yeah.
do you have things? So you've been gone for 3 years. Have
Yeah.
things drastically changed, or do you think it's pretty much the same with
I,
little differences?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not
You're
sure.
not sure yet.
I'm still not all the way home. I haven't been able to be out in the public. I went to the airport, and when I was in the airport by myself, everything felt great. It
Uh,
felt fantastic. It was cool. And then I was being me. I was talking to people, and
yeah.
I went and bought. I went and used my card, my debit card, to go and pay for something, and that was nice. It felt great. Uh, yeah. I mean, it feels good. And then seeing my kids, that's the
I
big
was
one.
gonna
I
ask you
only
that
seen
next.
in person. I've only seen Samara and Nova, but I've been video chatting with my kids like a lot, and see that even that video chatting, that's something that's from prison. I was FaceTiming my children. I was FaceTiming my children a lot. So yeah, that's good.
That's dope. I'm so happy you're
Yeah.
back, man. It was
Nah,
really
I'm
nice.
happy to be back.
For real. I was literally in the middle of a debate. This is no lie. People will attest to this. I was literally in the middle of debate, and I saw Cash Kelly pop up on my phone, and I was like, "Whoop swoop!" I closed the live out and answered the phone so quick.
I appreciate you, Soonie. I really do.
I was
Yeah,
hyped.
man, it's good.
So, what are your plans? What are your plans? What are you going to be doing in the future? I'm sure you're going to take on speaking engagements, but like,
The
what
same
are your
thing I
plans,
do every
man?
day, Pinky. Try to take over the world. No, no, I'm gonna be doing what I do. The same thing that I did before. I'm going right back to doing that, minus the political toxicity. Minus
Okay.
that. I will be giving my opinion. I've realized that I'm just out the fucking loop. I don't know what's going on anymore. Yellow is purple, and the sky is underneath the ground. I don't know nothing. I'm trying to relearn what's going on out here, man, and everything is just crazy. And then all these different social media platforms now that got all these reels. I was like, what the fuck's a
Yeah.
reel? And I seen that, and I'm watching all these little YouTube shorts, and I'm like, oh no, and this is sensory overload and information overload. I'm like, no, this ain't true. No, what I'm saying? So yeah, I got to get reaffiliated with what's going on out there, because I don't like to be speaking from a point of ignorance. So I got to get
Yeah,
myself back to knowing what's going on out there.
that is true. I didn't think, when you're functioning and you're out in the real world, 3 years is like this. But for you, time literally stops. You
Yo,
don't
I
have the
was in a
same
time
access
capsule.
to information. It's crazy.
I was in a
When I
time
when I
capsule.
when I hear you say, "Dude, I don't even know where I am politically." To me, that is a drastic change in
Yeah.
in a matter of 3 years. Not even a full presidential term, but in a matter of 3 years,
Well, I know
people,
I'm
not
still
even
very
just you,
conservative
Cash.
minded. I know that. I
Yeah,
know I'm still very conservative minded, because that's something that's just, like, I guess, ingrained in the fabric of who I am, and the way that I carry
yeah.
myself. But as far as, like, all the stuff that's going on in politics, I am
Yeah.
ignorant to it. I don't know. I just don't know no more. There's so much
It's a
crazy shit going
circus.
on.
It's a
Yeah,
circus.
like, man. But
Yeah.
It
yeah,
really is. You didn't miss much. I'm gonna be honest with you. You didn't miss much. Most of what you missed, and most of what's shaping our political landscape, political sphere, is social issues. Truly, it's a bunch of social issues, um, Congress has done absolutely nothing. I already told
Nothing
Ken, I'm
there.
like, I'm not telling you anything. I'm going to
Nothing
let
new.
you figure this out. Congress sucks, though. That's what I will say. It's virtually the same, just
Yeah.
more extreme measures that they're taking with a
Yeah.
lot of with our children, education, sports, almost every facet of our life. But we got some questions coming in that I will get to. But first,
All right.
someone wants to know this one. This is
Oh,
Holly. Shout out
Lord.
to Holly.
We
She
jumping
wants to
right
know
in.
how you feel about gay porn being in schools now. This is a real thing. They do have books.
I totally support it. I think that it's just amazing, and I don't know why they didn't do it sooner.
Oh, Lord.
It's
The
fucking
sarcasm
horrible.
is real.
It's fucking horrible. That's horrible, bro. You hear me?
Dude, it's bad. What can you say about that?
Yeah.
It's been crazy immigration. You know what? Just like Cash said, it's a sensory overload. I told him, me personally, I'm not going to tell you anything. I just hope you watch objective journalism and actually find things out for yourself. Because it would be me just spewing my opinions and shaping your world based on what I think. And we're all different.
You know me.
So I'm just excited.
I'm a dig. You know me. I'm gonna find out what's going on. I'm just
Facts.
like, man, this is just crazy right now. So immigration and all this stuff, and I find out. Oh, that's another cool thing that I've realized being in the system. There's a whole lot of immigrants locked up.
Yes.
Can I say immigrants, or is that like cancel culture now?
No, you can say that. I think that's the best thing for you to say because we'll get canceled if we say the aliens.
Well, there's actually for real aliens in Florida. I seen that on TikTok.
Oh, Lord. Lordy, Lordy.
Look. There's 12-foot aliens down in Miami fucking shit up right now.
Anybody?
What?
Please don't tell me you believe that.
I've seen them. I've seen it on TikTok. It's got to be true.
Yo, I cannot take you right now.
You're just playing. You're just playing. Okay.
Someone said, this is a question
That's
from
just
Kelly
crazy.
Torrance.
Like, what the fuck is going on? Fucking aliens and come on, really? 12-foot
Listen.
aliens in fucking Miami? Really? That's what we
People
doing in
believe this.
2024.
Listen,
I mean, it's really cool to think about. I saw the video and I thought that was the coolest shit ever. But I'm like, I like Thor too. I love that movie. I like how they get the Rainbow Bridge and then, you know what I'm saying? And Thor comes shooting through the sky and it makes this big old like design and like a crop circle and he lands there and he got to go get Mir.
this nigga said Thor.
What do you think they're trying to cover up by creating this whole alien story? Like,
I don't think it's they. I don't think it's they. It's regular people that probably ate some mushrooms or something, and they're like, "Yo, wouldn't it be cool if aliens came in Miami and that was what happened?" And then they made a video and was like, "Yeah."
It's literally what I said.
But what I'm talking about is why do you think there were so many cop cars at that mall? Like, what was going on there?
I don't know. I have no idea.
I think it was some child trafficking situation. I don't know.
Oh,
I can't speculate on it. I don't know. I've seen that when I see cop cars like that and a whole bunch, I know to get the fuck out of there. I don't want to know what's going on. I just want to leave.
well, you know what they said actually happened was a group of teens were fighting. A mob of teens were fighting. Now, everyone is going to speculate based on how many cops cars were there, which is fine.
Maybe they were from somewhere else, and that's why they said that there was aliens fighting in Miami.
The immigrants. Oh, maybe.
No, I didn't say that. I said maybe I didn't say where from. They could have been from Mars. It could have been legit aliens. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Oh, Lord.
Make your own conclusion. I don't know.
We'll see.
Right.
Do you have a question, Mo?
No, I missed the whole Derek Chauvin story, and I feel like I don't know. Did you?
Well, you didn't miss anything because Cash is saving that for
I said a
his
little
own
bit,
thing.
but you didn't miss nothing. You're all right. It's gonna
You didn't
be
miss
okay.
nothing.
I promise.
But you said some stuff on Lowe's live.
I said the same thing here.
What'd you say?
Oh, you want to make me repeat it, huh?
Heck yeah, I'm Puerto Rican. You can't leave me out of anything.
Oh, Boricua.
Boricua.
Yo estoy aprendiendo. No, estoy aprendiendo español, pero yo necesito más práctica. Enséñame, por
Muy
favor.
bien. My God. Listen, that was pretty good.
I was learning a little bit when I was locked up. You know, there's a whole
With
lot
all
of
those
people
immigrants,
there's a lot of
taught
people
you?
from Mars that I was locked up with.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, get yourself some jail time and learn another language. There's a plus.
Hey, that's really who I hung with was all the Puerto Ricans. They all thought I was Puerto Rican. Everybody was like, ¿Qué pasando? ¿Qué pasando? I'm like, what's going on, man? ¿Qué lo que hay? All the Dominicans, ¿qué lo que hay?
Oh
What's going
gosh,
on?
Dominicans.
Hey, I like the
Man.
Dominicans. They all right. I'm going to the DR one of these days.
Yeah, they
Let's
all
go.
right.
Said they all right.
They're all right. Okay.
Yeah,
What was I going to say to you? What was I going to say to you? So wait, but what did you say about Derek Chauvin when I got cut off?
She's not going to let you get away with not repeating that. I'm just telling you now.
Absolutely not.
No, I said that, you know, he got stabbed 22 times. He's not a racist, and in my opinion, he's a bit of a sociopath because he lacks human emotion.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he lacks accountability for his actions and things like that. But it's okay. We'll talk about it another time. It's gonna be fun.
Oh man, he gave loads of.
You ain't missing nothing, Lil Mo. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be around. You
Lil
ain't
Mo.
going nowhere.
Lil Mo, that's my new name, Lil Mo.
Lil Mo.
Can we talk about? We have to talk about this. I don't know if anybody else got to experience this last night. You went live with the one and only Mitch.
Oh yeah, that was pretty fun.
How was
Mitch
that?
was all right. It was all right. It was cool. Him and Don't Panic. They're all right.
Yes,
They're not,
I like
they're not
Panic.
bad.
I like
Yeah.
Panic.
I like Panic too.
Panic is
He's
dope.
a straight shooter. Yeah, I like him. But he wasn't bad. Mitch wasn't bad. People kept on saying, I can't believe you went live with Mitch. I'm like, why not? You know me, I like to talk to people. You know what I'm saying? And I can find
Yeah.
common ground with anybody. And you know, that's what we did. We found common ground.
Facts. See?
I'm gonna cut you some slack, Cash, because you've been locked up. I ain't gonna say nothing.
We
Is he
gotta
that
get
bad?
away from echo chambers. Look,
Yeah.
Mitch, this is
Careful.
Mitch. Mitch is just like any other right-leaning person. Yeah, we're gonna call out right-leaning people, and a left-leaning person who has a narrative that they want to spin. He's no different. He's just extremely dishonest with his narrative spinning.
He's an
That's what
idiot.
I will say.
Well, I feel you. I understand that. I guess I got to get to know him a little more, maybe. But I got to go off of first impressions that I got from him, and he seemed alright. He ain't that bad.
I'm giving him too
cutting
much
some
credit.
slack because no, I'm just cutting him some slack. You know what I'm saying? Because he kept it respectful with me. He treated me like a brother, so I can't really fault him. Not yet.
Give him time.
See, y'all need to be like Cash. Shoot.
Shut up, Soonie.
I missed it. Hey, I have to be on my best behavior, okay? Cash has seen me in action, but Cash ain't really seen me in action for 3 years. I keep telling him, you did not come back to the same Soonie. I'm the same, but I'm not the same.
You didn't watch the show?
I heard that. I was catching up. I said I talked to her privately. Me and her had a little discussion. We had a little funny moment. You know what I'm saying? and yeah, it's okay. It's all right. You know what I'm saying? I find common ground. I agreed to disagree with her last night on an opinion that she has, and I said something that was fucking hilarious, but I'm not going to repeat it right here. You know?
Oh, okay.
It was funny.
So tell me something interesting about jail.
There's a lot of drug addicts. There's not a lot of fit people. I have one of the best bodies in the BOP. I still think I probably got one of the best bodies in the country right now. And yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like to take care of themselves. So I'm sorry. I gotta be funny. You know, humor is my thing.
I'm surprised about that because I would think you have nothing better to do than to work out in jail. Like
that's what you would think. That's what you would think, but it's not that. There's a lot of people that's on ass in there. And yeah, they do drugs and they don't work out and they steal from each other, you know, and that's fun.
Mm.
Yeah, but the good guys that are in there, there's a lot of good guys that are in there that, they spend their time sharpening this up, law library,
Mm-hmm.
reading books. There's some good guys in there. Like, there's a lot of guys that is just fucked up, and I'm glad that there's prisons. They made me happy that there was prisons in America. I used to be against that, like in a certain way. Now I look
Mm-hmm.
at it and I'm like, thank you God for prisons. I appreciate you for keeping people like this away from my kids. So
Was there a lot of politics talk in prison?
yeah, when I got there.
Yeah. I mean, because you would think though it's really important to people who are in jail what was going on in politics,
I
right?
was like a celebrity to a lot of the guys in there. As soon as they seen, because there was a book, I got the book over here in my backpack,
Right.
J6, about J6, and my pictures inside of there, and it gives a little brief summary about me. And they were like, "Oh my God, bro, you were there? You were at J6? Oh my God, what was it like?" So then I'm talking about the fucking the white guys that were Nazis, or not Nazis, but white supremacists at one point in time in their life. I'm talking about gang members. I'm talking about everybody, COs, everybody. The chaplain. The chaplain was like, "Hey, I just want to know. I just want you to know, I support you, and God be with you." I'm like, "Yeah, buddy, that's what's up." So it was
Wow.
it was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. Prison was a different experience for me than it probably will be for anybody else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I came in with different circumstances. I didn't partake in no gang shit. I didn't sell drugs. I stood against it. And I told people right off the bat. When I got this is something that you don't say in prison, and I said this shit in prison. Whenever they move me with a celly, I say, listen, I want you to know something about me. I'm not with the gangs. I'm not with the drugs. If you plan on bringing any drugs in here, thinking that you're going to use drugs, I just want you to know that I'll tell on you.
Dang.
Flat out. I said, you ain't fucking up my time, bro. I'm going
Right.
home. And if I
Right.
gotta fuck up my time, it's not gonna be good for you because I'm gonna
Right.
mess it up in a different way. It's not gonna be for drugs. I'm gonna go to the shoe because I put my hands on you for using drugs and putting me in a situation. So
Mm.
yeah, safe to say none of my cellies was allowed to use drugs or sell drugs where I
Yeah.
lived. So
You know
yeah.
what made me? I remember when we were on Truthful, or I'm sorry, yeah, was it Truthful Set You Free that we were on there, Soonie,
Yeah.
and we were on with Cash, and you were like, "Hold on just a second," because you guys were singing the national anthem,
Yeah,
and
we
I could
say
like
national anthem every day at 9.
it was emotional to hear y'all singing that. Like I don't like it kind of hit me in a certain way because I was like, "That's amazing." These people are all locked up, obviously because of laws, right? And here they are singing the national anthem, and we can't get people on a football field to stand for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, we just love this country. I ain't gonna lie, man. I love this country. And then talking to the people, because I got cool with all the people that were from different countries that was in there, and I was getting their perspective about things and how they felt about things. There was this one dude that I met. He's my little homie, man. He's young. He's like 27 years old, and he's doing the rest of his life in there. And he's from El Salvador. He was an MS. All right.
Wow.
And I looked out for him because he didn't have nothing. He didn't have nobody in the country to send him no commissary. So I fed him and all that. Just look, being me, being me. And one day we're talking and I go, hey man, I say, so how do you feel about being over here, bro, in America, like locked up? He goes, hey, I don't want to leave. I'm glad I got life. I'm glad I don't got to go back to my country. I get to stay here. I said, what?
It's
He go, my
better.
country fucked up. My country fucked up, man. You go to prison, my country, it's no good. He's just that's how he talk. And he goes, man, I got a fantasy. I said, well, what's your fantasy? He go, I chop a lot of people up. In his case, he used a machete to butcher people, and he literally chopped up bodies, and because he's an MS, so he goes,
Mm.
I know I chop up bodies, man, but I never eat one. I want to chop up somebody and I want to eat a piece of their skin. I said, that's your fantasy? He goes, yeah, man, that's my fantasy. I go, you don't see nothing wrong with that? He go, no, what's wrong with you? Eat meat? I said, I don't eat meat. He go, well, people eat meat, it's the same thing. I said, no, it's not the same thing. That's cannibalism. I say, man,
What?
I say, man, you fucked up, bro. You right where you need to be. I'm glad you like America, brother. Enjoy your stay. You know what I'm
I would
saying?
be
But yeah,
afraid. I would. Dang.
he's a little tough motherfucker, man. He's probably like 4'10", 4'11". You know what I'm saying? And he will kill you. He's like
Wow.
that. So yeah. That was just one instance. And then
Soonie,
talking to other people about their countries, Honduras and Ecuador, and there's a lot of brothers from all over that's locked up, and they were telling me like, yeah, man, I like being here. I like being in this country, man, and I want another chance to do right. I didn't know when I came over here. I didn't know that it was different like that. I was used to running for my life and having to kill because they make you do that. And but now I know over here you don't have to do that. So if I could change, and I want to change, and I want to just be in America because America's great. It's a good country. He goes, look at even in prison, look at how we're treated. We're treated better right now than in my country. And I'm like, damn, that shit is deep. So it made me
That's
have a little
crazy.
different perspective about people wanting to come over here. Like I understand why people are flocking over here to our country. It's fucked
right?
up in their countries. So I don't fault the people. Just make that clear. When I make these little jokes about, illegals and all of that, it's just in humor. I understand why they want to come over here. I totally understand it. I just disagree with how they come. That's
Not
all.
even,
But that's
not
not that's
even,
not on them.
not even Jose Dahmer over there that wanted to eat your skin.
Well, he's doing the rest of his life, so he's gonna have a nice stay in America, and the feds are gonna provide for him for the rest of his life until he dies. So he's not a threat to me, so I'm good. But
Dude,
yeah, but the
seriously,
other guys,
I would love just like 24 hours in jail just to like talk to people. I
no, the
would
fuck you
have
I'm
the
wouldn't.
good.
best. No, 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 no. You don't know,
I'm
Cash.
good.
You don't know me, but listen, if there's one out of the two of us right here that would survive in jail, it would be me because I would make friends with people. I really would.
Yeah, in a
Even the
female
weirdos.
prison, in
No,
a
no, no.
female prison, you
I
would
want to be in the
survive.
male prison. I want to be in the male prison. I don't want to be with no
Mo, let
girls.
me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you went to male prison, I'm gonna tell you what would happen if you went to male prison. You
I'd
would
be so
come out and
miserable.
have to have reconstructive surgery on your pelvis,
Oh,
and you would probably have
oh
like eight
Lord.
different diseases. I'm
Oh
just saying
Lord. Oh.
that didn't them motherfuckers in there. There's a you don't want to talk to them people. Only reason
Well,
I'm just saying there's some good people in there, but there's a lot more fucked up people in there, Mo. You don't want to go there, and the
okay, I
food's
would be
horrible,
behind the
and the
bars.
treatment is horrible.
I would just want to be behind the bars talking to people, like safe. My pelvis safe. I just want to talk.
Well,
I
then
love
that would be
Cash. I love people.
I'm the same way. I understand, but don't ever say you want to go there. Trust me. Don't ever say you want to go to a male prison. Don't wish that upon yourself. Trust me. Look. Let me tell you something. There was prison so fucked up that when you walking by when you walking by people's cells, you don't want to look in there because there's a misconception about prison. They say that people get raped and stuff in prison, and the feds. Let me tell you, ain't nobody getting raped because they giving it up. It's a bunch of other type of shit going on in prison. There's literal towels with blood and shit on it, and you smell shit when you walk by the cell because they getting it on in there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's not a good place. It's not. People got to go to the doctor because they butt hurts. You know what I'm saying? It's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be laughing. This comic cracked me up. People think I'm crazy. Well, all right, maybe not.
No.
yeah, not a good thing.
This is why I say you are when I say you have a very childlike
Yeah,
curiosity,
yeah, I
this is
do.
exactly what I'm talking about because I don't need to survive in prison because I'm not going. Okay? I don't break the law. All
I ain't
right?
going back either. I'm not going back.
No.
I'm not
No.
going back. No.
I feel okay
Ain't
if I
no
was
way.
Soonie, I know you don't like the gays, but for sure, if I was put in a women's prison, I would be like somebody's girlfriend super quick. Okay. Like just to have protection. You see what I'm saying? Like I would find the meanest bitch
They give
in there
protection
and
out in there. They give out condoms. They give out condoms.
no, I mean like the
I know
muscle.
what you mean. I'm making a joke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No.
I'm
I wouldn't do anything, but yeah, I would quickly find me a girlfriend. You have to, Soonie, you have to survive.
I'm
Women
not
prison's
going to
different. They get
jail.
they
Like,
get
why do you
y'all
say
got
I
it
have
good.
to?
Y'all got it good in
I'm
female
not going
prison.
to
Y'all get
jail.
everything.
Really?
You know
They have it
what?
easy?
Mo, sign up for 60 days in because you really
Yeah.
want to be there. So go ahead and
I
audition
love
and
that
I
shit.
will watch your entire season. But I'm
Oh
not
Lord.
coming to
Don't do it.
visit you.
That's state prison too. That's worse. State prison is like it's more wide open. You like living in the street really when you in a state prison, but in the feds,
Yeah.
it's a different ball game. It's a
Yeah.
different ball game.
What's the difference? I heard you talking to Mitch about it and that was actually kind of intrigued me, but what's the difference between a state and a fed and regular
All right,
prison.
so here I use Westville, right? I ain't never been to Westville, but I got a lot of people that been through there. Westville is
Uh,
just like being in the projects. You know what I'm saying? You
okay.
got people throwing drugs over the wall for the inmates. The staff walking by ain't going to do a damn thing about anything. If you getting beat up or stabbed, they're not going to show up until the blood needs to be cleaned. It's
Mm,
different. And the feds, it's more organized. There's more there's more structure, I'll say. People hold
okay.
themselves to a different standard. The politics are different in a federal prison than they are in a state prison.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
Soonie, you put.
That's
I've
interesting.
never. I've never seen you flash that repeal the 19th sticker so fast and take it off.
Well, he's talking, so I didn't want to distract. Somebody just
Oh my
asked me to do it,
God,
and I'm trying
I'm
to.
not doing them. I'm not doing them.
I'm trying to appease
I'm
the
not.
audience, you know.
Okay, what was your favorite snack in prison?
I didn't have one.
What?
I hated it all.
What? There's no good food.
Uh, what?
Dang, that's a
Hell no.
disappointment. I may have to second
This,
think my time.
it's crazy. It's horrible. It was horrible. You know the chicken that they fed people in there when it came in through the kitchen? On the box it says not for human consumption. And that's what they cook to feed everybody.
Are you serious?
Woo,
I'm dead ass.
that's crazy.
Dang.
I have
Wow.
this question has, and you can tell me like, yeah, I don't want to answer this right now. If you don't want to answer it,
Come
but
come with.
has your view and opinion on law enforcement changed at all?
No.
No. Okay.
No, still back to true blue. Back to true blue. Not the blue, the true blue. The officers that uphold the law and do their job and are there really trying to protect and serve the community. I got the utmost respect, love, and appreciation for it. The piece of shit
Mm,
cops, it's the same stance. The piece of shit cops that are out there, uh, I feel like they need to get retrained and try to do better.
mm.
I don't wish no bad on them. I just wish that they would do better.
Okay.
Did you see
Would you
a
say
lot
you
of
saw more
corruption?
bad? I was going to say that. Did you see more bad than good?
What you mean in prison?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the cops
Oh, you mean the
or the
correctional officers, the
Yeah.
yeah.
super cops. Uh, I mean, it depends on where you're talking about. So when I went to DC, them officers was horrible. There was a couple good ones. Shout out to Abdullah. Abdullah, he was one of the officers in our unit. I love that brother to death. Like I love that brother. He's a really good man. And I speak highly of him. But a lot of them other officers was racist, and well, I'm not gonna call them racist. They said a lot of racial slurs, and I felt like it was to try to dig at the white dudes that was in DC DOC. Because you know DC is Chocolate City. That's
Mm-hmm.
it's all brothers and it's just the population the majority, you know, black. But Lexington, Kentucky, it's totally different. Most of the officers there were fantastic. They were really good. They loved me when I'm talking about they rolled out the red carpet. They were great. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Shout out to Lieutenant Washer that's over there in Lexington. Tucson, it's 50-50. Some of them staff is just fucking most well, no, it's not. It's like 80-20. Most of the staff is
Okay.
shit. And the 20% are okay.
Mm.
Okay. I wanted to know that because you had briefly talked about it on a few lives that you were on. I had learned a lot. Now, I have family members that have been in and out of jail, but I ain't never been there myself. So it's it's different to hear it from somebody who's actually been there versus watching a lot of it on TV because all they show is like the drama of all of it when you are in those facilities.
Hmm.
Yeah. I learned how to make hooch. I can make myself some wine right now if you give me some candy and some bread and some water.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
not nice. It's horrible. You can get gut rot. It's horrible.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what people do. They were where I just left. They were making shit to drink out of hand sanitizer. Okay,
Oh,
there's
I've
some
heard about
What
crafty
that.
in the
fucking.
world?
There is some crap. I had a speaker in my cell. You hear me? I had a full blown speaker box in my cell that was crafted out of little speakers that they took off of headphones. They are crafty,
Mm.
crafty.
Wow.
All my tattoos, all the new tattoos that I got. My whole chest is blasted. That came from a staple and a makeshift tattoo gun that they took from a motor
A
of
staple.
some clippers. Yeah, a staple with the ink
Wow.
made out of soot that we use fire and a little bit of grease on a wall and made the soot.
Well, that can't be
That's
healthy.
wild.
Yeah, it looks nice though. It's probably the best work I've ever had done.
Well,
The
damn.
best tattoo artists are in prison.
Huh.
Somebody's got a question for you. Are you sure you want to go to prison, Mo?
I mean, when I heard Chocolate City, I heard
Oh
Chocolate
my
City,
God.
I heard alcohol, good tattoos. I don't know. I kind of back and forth.
Listen. Ain't no way. Ain't
Shit, man.
no way.
Live the best life.
If I could
Live
choose,
your life.
if I get to choose and be like, send me to Chocolate City prison. Okay, well then,
Nah,
maybe.
okay. You talking about going to DC? I dare you. I dare you to go there. Even the you're gonna be locked up. You're gonna be locked up with men in Chocolate City because they let people that say that they're transgender.
Yeah.
They let them house with the women.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Lord.
saw that.
Yeah.
There was like a crap ton of articles that came out of female inmates popping up pregnant and essay cases. So
Mhm.
Yep,
I believe
that
it.
happens. There's also a lot
I'm
of
just
there's
joking.
also a bunch of transgender people in prison. That's
Yeah.
really odd. It's really hard to get used to. I was walking to my cell. I was in the shoe, and they bringing me back out from rec. I had to go to rec in a cage because I was in the shoe. So my rec consisted of an hour in a kennel, and in that, you know what I'm saying? I'm walking back to my cell and they just brought some new people in. I'm looking to say what's up to all my guys that's already in the cells that I know, like what's going on, what's going on. And as I'm walking, I look into a cell that didn't have nobody in it, had somebody in it, and they tore the sheets. This motherfucker tore the sheets and made himself a thong and a bra and was standing in the doorway looking out the window, whole ass out. And I looked in, I said, what the fuck was that? They go, they say, "Oh, that's Lily." I said, "Well, what the fuck is a Lily?" And they're
Oh
like, "Oh, what you
Lord.
want me to put you in the cell with him?" I'm like, "Hell no, I ain't going in the cell with him. You can take me to my cell." But yeah, Lily was a full blown transgender and looked like Lil Wayne.
Ooh.
Look like Little Wayne. Oh Lord.
Yeah. Lily was funny though. Lily's cool as shit. Lily's cool, funny than a motherfucker. Turning them dudes out in there, boy. Them dudes go in there. That's why I said this. I told Erica this. I said, Erica, let me tell you something. If me and you don't work out, baby,
Lily.
I'll promise you, I'll never mess with a woman who says that she got a man that been to the feds. She said, well, why? I say, because them dudes be in there with all the transgenders and they be blowing their backs out. And
Oh,
I ain't with it. The toughest motherfuckers that you ever seen, fucking punks. I'm like,
really?
This has exceeded my, LGBTQ meter. Man.
I didn't say nothing bad. I was respectful. I said
No.
Hey,
transgenders. I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
Listen, it hurts me to hear men in that type of state. Like something happened to you for you to want to do that. Something happened to
No,
you.
I used to believe that. I don't believe that anymore.
Huh.
what do you mean? You
I
think
mean,
you think you're born gay? Is that what you're saying?
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about people that turn transgender.
Oh,
One
what are
day,
your
you know
thoughts
how
on it?
women wake up and like, I want bigger lips. I'm gonna go get some plastic surgery. Dudes wake up someday and like, you know what? I feel like I want some titties. I want some titties now.
It's probably that chicken not meant for human consumption is doing it to them.
Oh
You
my
might be onto
goodness.
something. You might be onto something.
Atrazine. Alex Jones
Yeah,
said it first.
the hormones. You know what I mean? Like the hormones that are
They're
probably
turning
in
the
that
frogs
chicken.
gay.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, but no,
Oh,
I have
man.
just so everybody knows that's watching right now. I have nothing against the LGBTQ community at all. I got friends that are
Mhm.
gay. Before I got locked up, I'm gonna have friends that are gay since I'm
Excuse
free.
me.
I don't got nothing against people that's a part of that community at all. You do what you do. That's between you and the person that you're doing it with. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I myself do not wish to partake. That's all.
Mm, yeah.
Somebody said if I was doing live, maybe I would buy a couple of hand jobs. Y'all are wild.
A lot of people try to use that reasoning, but that don't change up nothing. You still doing. Never mind. We're not going on that road.
Hey.
Oh my gosh. Y'all, it is January here in
I can't
Japan.
go.
Listen, every January, it is strawberry month. And if anybody knows me, strawberries are my favorite fruit. They got strawberry tarts. So I'm about to like mess this strawberry tart up real quick, just in case you hear a bunch of crumbling. I've been waiting to eat this. I'm super
I
excited.
was locked up. I was locked up with somebody who was transgender that called themselves Strawberry. You would have loved them.
I'm sure
kidding.
she would have.
That was another joke. It was another joke.
Yeah. Soonie don't play. She don't joke about the trannies.
Oh my
You could joke with me about
goodness.
it. You could joke with me about it.
I mean,
all
let
day.
people be people. That's how I feel.
A lot of people like strawberry in the chat. Let's go.
I don't mind it at
So
all.
somebody asked, what are your thoughts on the FBI?
Ooh.
The FBI is a great organization. Thank you so much for not investigating me anymore. I wish you all the best. God bless you all so much.
Amen.
I have
Amen.
nothing negative to say about you FBI agents. Do what you do. Do what you do. Just don't do it to me, please, anymore. Okay? I don't want no parts of it. No, in all honesty, I think that there are a lot of good people that's a part of the FBI, but there's a lot of people at the top that are corrupt. They're corrupt. And that's being exposed. So it's just like everything else. I don't like to when you say the FBI, you're putting all FBI agents in a bunch. There's crooked FBI agents and there's good FBI agents. There's crooked cops and there's good cops. There's crooked people, there's good people. There's good and bad in everything. So I can't speak negatively about them, their organization as a whole. I can only, go off of what I do know about certain individual FBI agents.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
So what's next for you? What do you got planned?
Well, I wake up at 5:30 in the morning, do this brutal workout because pain is beauty and beauty is pain. And yeah, that's about it. Oh, you mean like in general, moving forward in life? I thought you meant like next thing I'm gonna do.
No, yeah,
I'm
in
gonna
life. Like,
I'm
what are
gonna
your
keep
plans?
on doing I'm gonna keep on building my following back. And do my street lights unity movement, do truth to set you free, be the change. We're gonna push the merchandise that we have with the t-shirts and try to get some street light community centers built. Keep doing the community outreaches. Maybe I'm hoping by the 4th of July I'm all the way back established and we can do another fireworks giveaway that we did before I got incarcerated. Just I want to help the community, man. I want to help kids and just try to be a light to the people, to brothers that's coming out the system. I want to spread awareness of what happened on January 6th and what happened with the people that were a part of January 6th that I was locked up with, that I know personally that are not white supremacists, even though the news said that they were, and people are still trying to say that they are. I want to bring awareness to that and help their kids out because the children are affected by this, having their parents locked up and people saying all these crazy things about them. That's rough. It's not easy. So that's the game plan.
Nice. Somebody said have a baby.
Have a baby?
Yeah, you gonna be making some babies?
I got 12. I can't rule it out, but I got 12 kids.
What?
Hey man. Hey, when you're good at something, you gotta keep doing it.
Listen, I don't care how good you are at having 12 kids. Dang.
I'm a good father. I love my babies.
I love my well, my kids are adults now, but I'm a good mother. I love them, but I ain't have no more. Well, I can't even have anymore. I'm too damn old now, but yeah, that's crazy. 12. Wow. Hats off to you.
I like it. I love them. They're awesome. So, and then, I'm putting more positivity into the world when I do this because, my kids are a product of me, which means they're going to do what I do or what I show them to do. And yeah, so that's actually a help to the world,
Have more babies. That's right. Black population is declining. We need to have children.
Man, listen. We got an American population. Ain't no black population. Ain't no brown population. It's American population.
Amen. I like that.
Yeah, I mean.
I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. But colloquially speaking, we black and niggas is on the decline.
Oh Lord. This Soonie, why'd you go have some babies? You gonna contribute to the population?
I'm not having children.
See,
I've contributed my 3. The baby machine is shut down.
see. It ain't
I
really
am
shut down.
33. I will be 34 this year. I don't need any more children.
Soonie, your shit's not shut down. You shut it down. My
I did.
shit is shut. No, my junk is shut down.
Listen,
I might have 2 more. I might have 2 more.
more
Okay.
power to you. Have 2 more.
Nice. Everybody's celebrating the kids. I like it. I like it. So are you going to be another co-host on Truth Will Set You Free, or are you just going to like every once in a while pop in on over there?
Oh no, co-hosting for sure. You know, Russo, that's
Okay.
my partner, man. That's my brother.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is my brother. Me and him, we got something that we doing, man. This movement that we got is something special. So it's gotta stay good.
Awesome. That's awesome. What else am I
Listen,
gonna ask you? Are you
y'all gonna take care of them? You told me to have 2 more. Are you gonna take care of them? Are you gonna take care of my mental state
That's fun.
when I find out? No.
Oh, about kids?
No. I would listen. I would never do what I do ever again. Podcasting would be done for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done
Life's over.
because
get
my
home-
mind would snap.
When I get home, right, I'm gonna make these little clips. I was planning this while I was locked up. I'm gonna make these little clips because I work out, you know, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna act like I'm stuck, like I can't leave the house because I'm on house arrest or something. And I'm gonna say, "Are you tired of having that dad bod, that clumsy fat that just won't go away? Let me show you some workouts to get rid of that fat." And then I'm gonna put my baby in a basket and I'm gonna put a rope on it and I'm gonna start curling it. I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's gonna be your
I
thing
put my
that you
baby
got
on
out
my
of
back.
prison. I got you. That
Yeah.
actually would be a
Put my
good
kids on my
idea.
back and start doing the push-ups. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That would
Yeah.
actually be
Do
a good
it.
idea. Prison workouts with Cash. I love it.
Yeah. It's gonna be prison workouts with dad. Because when you're a dad, you know,
Dad.
and you're in the house, you gotta work out with your kids, you know.
There you go.
So I gotta
love
watch
that.
the kid. I
think you
can't
should
just go and
actually
work
do
out.
that.
I'm gonna put the kid in a basket and I'm gonna lift the kid.
There you go.
You should. I would watch
I
that.
actually
That'd be a
think
funny
that would be a
TikTok.
it really would be. Just do TikTok shorts, Cash, because now everything is short content, so you don't even have to make long
Yeah.
videos.
That works out for me because I'm only 5'8", so I'm kind of short. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There you go. So
It'll match.
Sure.
Yeah.
Damn, we're the same height. I didn't know that.
I'm sure.
I have a joke
I'm
that I normally
sure.
say with this, but I'm not gonna say it now because I'm a changed man.
You're a change man. There's some type of
Listen.
dirty joke there.
What does it say? The country
I'm
got a
not
great
saying it.
man back. Welcome back, Cash. Much love. Can't wait to watch you continue to do you. Everybody
Thank
is
you so
glad you're
much, man. I
back.
appreciate that. I'm glad to be back. This is fun. I miss this. Y'all don't even know how much I miss this. I'm having a blast right now.
That's
This is
awesome.
I
great.
do know how much you miss it. Do you know how often we would go live? He'll be like,
Hell
Soonie, I'm
yeah,
going live. You coming on?
We would stay on live all fucking night. I used to get in trouble. Like when I come lay down and you try to get some, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, listen, I gotta do this live real quick. You know?
Oh Lord.
And yeah. It was
Yeah,
a big problem.
Yeah, well, because Sootie's on such a different time. What is it? She's on a different time of day than the rest of us, so she can go all.
It
night
wasn't
long.
because of me. It was because of him.
Nah, it
He was
just
doing
period.
lives.
I was just going live and I stayed up studying. I stayed up researching, reading articles, looking at videos. So I jump on there and I read something that pissed me off and I go on and do my cash rants. Like, can you believe
Yep.
this shit? This motherfucker actually came on here and said, just go off. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I'm not. I can't.
See,
And
I'm
if
glad.
I start
I'm
to, I
glad
need
you're
y'all
back.
to check me. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I was
appreciate
about to
it.
say, I'm glad you're back because Soonie used to be like, "Man, you go to bed to me because I go to bed early. I'm like because I'm an early riser, go to bed early." And Soonie
Yeah.
be like, "Dang, you be going to bed early. We can't do no lives together." I'm like, "Girl, I can't hang with you. It's my best."
That's when it pops off. When everybody's chill, they ain't got no kids
Man.
around. That's when it pops off.
Conservengers.
You go live.
Conservengers. Don't you remember
Dude,
that?
that was funny. That was funny.
Oh,
That
the
shit was
concert
fun.
vendors.
That was
Yeah.
actually
That
a
was
funny
fun.
show.
Yes, that was fun. So I really, I didn't tell you guys this, but I got this style that I want to do. I want to create this new podcast when I get the new crib and all that. I'm gonna set it up like kind of like how Stephen Colbert got his his shit set up and do like a late night
Mhm.
talk show. Yeah, I
Yeah,
want to do something like that. Yeah, yeah, I
that'll
think
be
I'm gonna do
funny.
it because exactly. It's about having some fun, and I could give my opinion, maybe joke around some of the stuff that I hear in politics, but not give my opinion, but make jokes about it, like the whole
Yes,
alien
Yeah,
thing. That shit would be fun.
there you go.
you should.
Yeah, I
I
think it
think,
would be
hey,
fun.
wait, can we call people in prison? Because would it be fun if like I came on your show and like we just called random people in prison and I interviewed them?
That's what I'm on that already. I'm already on that. I got
I
people
want to
that
come on that. Wait, I want to come
I
on
gave
that
my
show.
phone number out to everybody that I've met along the way, and all of them are going to be calling in to the podcast. I'm doing one of them is going to be
What?
called the 180 Club, and we're going to be talking about what's going on in the prison, and what's the messed up shit happening to them right now. One thing that I want to advocate for to the BOP is, the BOP is one of the only institutions that does not have any federal oversight.
No, I didn't
No,
know that.
Yeah, and they push for cops. Now, this is people that are on the extreme left. They push for police officers that have to wear cameras throughout the country, right? But yet, did
Hmm.
you know that in the prison industry, the police don't have to wear cameras? And
That's
they
that's
beat the
crazy.
interesting.
fuck out of people. They beat the fuck out of people. They plant shit on people, and they end up getting a lot of extra time on their sentence because of a lie that the police officer told, even though the police officer was in
Mm.
the wrong and was the one setting them up. So I need to push for that, for federal oversight and cameras for
For
all
sure.
officers that are inside the BOP for their protection and the protection of the inmate that's serving his sentence.
And better
I was gonna
chicken.
say that's a nice piece of legislation to like draft up and advocate for. I know a lot of
Yep,
people. I would support that. I definitely would
that's
support that
something that I
because you would
definitely
get
want to,
a
because there's a lot of good guys that are in prison. I know I made jokes and talking about the fucked up people, but there's a lot of good guys that are behind them walls, man. And they've changed their lives. They literally have rehabilitated themselves inside of there. And it's not fair. That's not fair that they gotta, live under the conditions that they live under, even though they're doing the right thing. So
Hmm.
that's something that I do want to push.
For sure.
well. Does anybody have any more questions before we get into our topics for the day? Drop your questions. I got people watching on Instagram. Let me see some of these comments. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm sorry, y'all. There's a
Hey,
lot of people just agreeing with you on your take between the Fed and the state prisons.
People that been through the
while we,
system know.
while we wait for questions, we never played Big Booty Judy's intro. What are we
We
doing?
didn't. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Judy.
let me hit it to give some time for questions. Well, Big Booty Judy, we hope you're listening. Here you go.
Big Judy, big booty Judy. What? Big Judy, big booty Judy. Big booty, big Judy, big booty Judy. Stop, I wanna see you move it. Yeah. Big booty Judy, big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy. Got big booty Judy, that's big booty Judy.
All right.
What the fuck is this?
Listen.
What did I just watch right now? That was
We
funny.
have supporters. We have supporters. Big Booty Judy is one of them, and we don't really know her, or even if she is here. You're welcome, Judy. We don't even know if she really has a big booty, but I named her Big Booty Judy, so we came up with a Big Booty Judy theme song.
Well, go ahead, Miss Judy. Keep popping that thing, girl.
No, but real talk, I want to be on this show where you're talking to people from prison. I need to talk to Jose Dahmer. Okay, we need to give him your number because I need to ask him why
Lord.
he
He ain't
people.
calling in. I'm not putting that little young fella on. He ain't coming on the show talking about. Yeah, man. Oh, and this is the thing that he used to say too. There's a dude named Chris that was like a big, tall white dude. Negro, he'll walk by and like, what you looking at, you little piece of shit, Negro? Go back to your country. You know what I'm saying? And Negro be like, fuck you, Chris. Fuck you, you racist. You racist. Shit used to kill me, man. Oh, I
That's
used to
funny.
die. That shit was funny as hell.
Well, can we
Damn.
get what is it? The tranny little Wayne on?
No, that's
Looks like
Lily.
Lily.
Nah, y'all, if Lily came on your show, that motherfucker would, y'all, everybody would be laughing. Everybody would be laughing. Lily's funny as shit.
I want to talk to Lily. I know Soonie won't tolerate it, but I will.
Why you keep throwing me under the bus? Everybody
I know
knows
you
where
don't
I
wanna
stand on the LGBTQ. Everybody, it ain't no secret.
Yeah, but I know you don't want. Here we go. I know you don't want to talk to Lily Wayne.
I didn't volunteer. I
No,
noticed I
listen.
didn't volunteer myself.
No,
Y'all got it?
Lily's name. I say Lily because I refused to call by the name that she wanted to be called by, and I say she to be respectful. All right. Uh, but Lil Lily wanted to be called Lee Asia. I say, ain't no fucking way. I'm calling you Lee Asia, motherfucker. You look like Lil Wayne. I'm not calling you Lee Asia. And yeah, it was fun.
Lord. Silas says, did you get to talk to any mobsters?
I actually did. Big Frankie. I called him Fuck him up Frankie. Yeah. Yeah. Him and
Big
Pasquale.
Frankie.
Yep,
Okay.
Pasquale and both of them was mobsters, big time mobsters. They got a lot of time. They're about to be getting out. Pasquale actually just got out. Frankie, he still got like another year or two to do, and he wants to come out on
Okay.
the show. I was locked up with the American El Chapo as well.
Really?
Uh-oh.
He's one of my best friends, to be honest with
American.
you, and he's gonna be coming on the show.
What the heck?
Let's go.
Cash, I need to be on these shows with you. When you talk to them, I need to be on the show. I really do. I love prisoners. I want to talk to the whole crew at Chocolate City.
You one of them weirdos, bro. You one of them motherfucking weirdos that gets married to people that's locked up, ain't you?
No, I'm telling you, I just love people. I find people so interesting. I'm not afraid to talk to anybody. I will talk to anybody. Yeah. You need to have me on.
You got that. I'll watch y'all. I'll support from the comments. Hi.
Hey, Soonie, we gonna
What
we
up,
gonna break
Joe
you out of here,
Collins?
Soonie.
Oh, you
Oh,
are.
that's my man's right there. Hey, I gotta say, I love Joe. That's my dog, man. That brother got my support in anything that he does, man. That's my guy. Good dude.
Where's Joe Collins? I don't see Joe Collins.
He's watching us on Instagram, you know. What up, Joe Collins? What up, Chief? Deontay's in the building. We got a lot of people here. What's up, y'all?
Deontay Johnson?
No.
Oh. Okay.
You know what? I can't wait for you and Deontay to have that organic introduction like you had with Mitch.
Deontay with the dreads?
No. You don't know him. Deontay Ford. Okay. You didn't get to meet him.
Yeah, fuck him. Not Deontay.
I'm putting me in the middle. Like, stop. These are my friends, bro. Quit putting me in the middle.
Maybe you need to reassess who you making friends with, Soonie.
No, my friends are my friends. You got your friends. I don't tell you who to be friends with. No.
Yeah, Lil Mo got beat.
Hey, Lil Mo.
Friends. What?
Hey, Lil Mo. I got enemies. Got a lot of enemies. A lot of haters trying to drain me of this energy. Trying to take away from my nigga. Yep.
Wait. Can you sing your poem?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
Come on now, everybody, listen up. Cash is about to perform a beautiful song.
I'm on my Bluetooth. I don't know how I sound, so my bad.
Okay.
I just say, let me get some water. Hold on.
Okay.
Say, when I'm at the height of a mountain, on my lowest of lows, I look to you, the maker of my broken soul. So when the world sees me as hopeless and condemns me for my crimes, I'm thankful, God, I'm so grateful you gave me this time to say forgive me, give me your grace, give me your mercy. God, please help me to change. You're who I need. God, help me be one who stays upon your path and never leaves. This walk of life ain't easy, but I know it's a test. And nothing this world can offer beats what comes next. So they can take all my possessions, every single thing I own. Still I'm grateful, God, I'm so thankful for life in these bones. 'Cause you forgive me, give me your grace, give me your mercy. God, you help me to change. You're who I need. God, help me be one who stays upon your path and never leaves. No, no. Yeah, one who stays upon your path and never leaves.
Beautiful.
Thank
You got
you.
lots of love for that. You have a beautiful voice. I loved it.
I appreciate that. I wrote a lot of songs while I was locked up. A lot. That's just one of them. I got a lot of them.
That's awesome. I loved it. Everybody loved
Oops.
it. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We really, really
No
appreciate
problem.
it.
No problem. I appreciate y'all for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Soonie.
Hey,
about
if you
to
want
get
to
into
stick
your
around
topics?
for some of the topics, you can stick around. If you want to dip out, you can dip out. It's up to you.
I don't know enough yet, and I feel panicked to think about trying to give an opinion about it. So I think I will take my leave and bid you ladies adieu.
All righty.
Peace
Well,
out.
thank you. Have
Thanks
a
for
good
coming
night.
on.
All right. Y'all have a
Oh,
good
before
day.
you go,
Wait.
you were
call me
talking
for
about
prison
your
talk.
merch. Don't listen to Mo. You were talking about your merch. Can you please drop the merch site so people can go purchase?
Yes, and I'm gonna tell y'all where you can follow me at. If you want to support me, you could go to awakenotwoke.com and you could get some of the merch that's on there. Also got the support Cash Kelly. I think that's linked on Truth Will Set You Free, and I think you can find it on the page there. If you want to follow me, I'm on YouTube, Cash Kelly the Streetlight on YouTube. Instagram is the Kash Lee Kelly or the Cash Kelly, one or the other. I'm still getting used to this, guys. I've been gone. I've been in the time capsule. My Facebook is Cash Kelly. TikTok is Cash Kelly 6, I think. And yeah, that's about it.
That's
Cool.
about it.
Also, you go follow Be the Change, go follow Truth to Set You Free, go and follow the Streetlights Unity Movement. All of those are with your boy. So I appreciate you guys for having me on. I appreciate everybody taking the time to sit here and listen to me be crazy. I love y'all, and I hope you have a great night.
Thanks for coming
Thank you,
on.
Cash.
All right.
And I went
That
ahead
was fun.
and dropped Cash's Instagram in the comments. If you guys want to follow him on Instagram, he has links to his Awake Not Work Woke store on there. And then you can probably get to all the other links from there as well. But you can also DM him if you want to support him in any way. I'm sure he will appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
They can't stop
right.
me, even if they stopped me.
You're crazy. Okay. Let's talk about Stephen A. Smith and
Versus Jason Whitlock. Can you
Versus
give first? Me and Mo are going to get into it. All right. This is going to be this is what's going to happen. You guys are going to tell us who y'all got in this discussion. Are you rocking with Team Mo or are you rocking with Team Soonie? Because you, after I show Stephen A. Smith's initial response, you have to tell everybody your crazy ass opinion on this. We need to hear it again.
Creepy?
To me, yes.
Okay.
Yes. If you're not into
already-
sports, then maybe you'll agree with Mo. But if you are into sports like me, and it's kind of been a fabric of your being, you might be like, what in the hell? What the hell? You might be
What
like
the
that,
hell?
but
Let's
Let
hope
me pull
for
up
your
this
sake
short.
You side with me. If you guys don't know what this is about, Soonie will explain it after this, just so you can get a little bit more.
So look, what happened is Stephen A. Smith and Jason Whitlock have a checkered past. They go back and forth with each other. They don't necessarily care for each other, but according to Stephen A. Smith, sorry, that comment distracted me. But according to Stephen A. Smith, he has held his tongue for far too long, and he felt like now was the most appropriate time to come out and speak on a few things. Jason Whitlock has responded. A lot of people from the NBA and NFL world have responded. Look, we already got somebody in the chat that knows what's up. Mike, that 1.5 points of one game, because he only played one game.
Oh, Lord.
Allegedly. But let's go ahead and play a little bit of Stephen A. Smith's comments towards Jason Whitlock for questioning his integrity as far as his autobiography goes. His memoir, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did you tell him? You fat piece of shit. Did you tell him that? Got the names. We got Jamel Hill. We got Howard Bryant. You want me to bring up the other writers that wouldn't work for you? Did you tell the folks that?
That's a short. I'm going to show you guys some more videos with some more context. If you've been watching, you guys have seen how he's responded. His responses to me signal a guilty man. Because if you didn't truly care, Mr. Stephen A. Smith, you wouldn't have much to say on it. But you're really upset. You are really upset that someone questioned the timeline of your alleged college career, because we don't know if it's true or not. You're really bothered. Where's the other video at? There is another video where he just snapped.
Well, hold on just a second, because right now you're just playing videos. And if anybody's like me, which I don't know if anybody's going to admit it, I knew nothing about this. And I was like, what? So I had to watch everything from the beginning. But let me just tell you guys the story to kind of put some perspective around this. So y'all remember Shannon Sharp had Cat Williams on his show. And Cat Williams pretty much blasted everybody. And he was like, there's certain people in this industry that are bought and paid for, right? So I believe it was Jason Whitlock that came out and said, oh yeah, Stephen A. Smith is one of those people. So Stephen A. Smith spent 40 minutes Wednesday night taking shots at Jason Whitlock, just basically going at him. And Smith used his podcast to tear Whitlock to shreds, escalating a beef that seemingly has gone on behind the scenes for years. I didn't even know that. But recently resurfaced publicly when Whitlock criticized Smith's new book, Straight Shooter. So Stephen A. Smith came out with a memoir, okay, for exaggerating the aspects of his basketball career. Whitlock even called Smith a comment that almost certainly rubbed ESPN personality the wrong way. He pulled no punches. To say he pulled no punches would be an understatement. Smith unleashed an incredible rant loaded with expletives and revealed some wild details about the history those two have had together, including the fact that he insisted on a clause stating he would never have to work with Whitlock in his 2015 ESPN contract. That's funny. My understanding is a lot of people have a similar clause in their contract. I'm a very forgiving person, but not with him, Smith said. I hate this bastard far more than a little bit. He is the worst human being of anyone you will ever meet. You get within a mile of his presence, wrap your arms around yourself to protect yourself and your soul. He is the devil. Okay. So that's what they're doing basically. So they are going back and forth at each other. Jason Whitlock is going after Stephen A. Smith and saying his memoir is garbage and it's not even real. And you can't even find a picture of him on the court. And how did he get this scholarship for the college that he attended when he had two messed up knees and couldn't make some shots? I don't even know. Okay. And then back and vice versa. Soonie, she's talking about points and shots. And I'm over here like, they're just doing this for attention. That's what I feel. This is a great way to get attention. And I think it's working.
I think you can say that if you don't watch Stephen A. Smith and you don't pay attention to sports. Because I'm going to agree with Holly. All he did was call out an obvious. He is an industry plant and he does have extreme leftist talking points. So no, it's not drumming up drama for me. I think they both slung mud on each other and they both equally look crappy as employees. But this is no different than calling out a Democrat for doing Democrat shit. I know people don't like Jason Whitlock, but who cares? Who cares what you feel about him? Like, it doesn't matter at this point. What matters is this guy is grifting. Okay? He's grifting. He's buying a book where he over embellishes. I mean, he's selling a book where he over embellishes on his sports career. And then instead of responding back to the allegations or the whatever his talking points were, Jason Whitlock, instead of responding to his talking points, you get online and you call him a fat bastard. You call him the B word, disrespect him, and then he was very methodical on who he chose to name drop. You name dropped Jamel Hill. She's a leftist. You name dropped Chris Broussard. He works for Fox News, I think Fox Sports. You name dropped Dan Liebertard. Him and Jason Whitlock have a checkered past. I watched Dan Liebertard respond, in which he responded in a very respectful way. If you ask me, you guys can go watch all these things, but I have a few clips pulled up where Jason Whitlock explains the feud and also explains why he's got an issue with what Stephen A. Smith did in the book, and how he, in his opinion, presented some falsehoods. So instead of responding to that, he just went on a rant calling him worse than white supremacy and all sorts of coons and Uncle Toms. That is drama. That was a very feminine-like response. Respond to the allegations, brother. Because all we got is a yearbook photo of you with a jersey on. There is no video of Stephen A. Smith playing basketball at a park, at a playground, in somebody's high school gym, in somebody's middle school gym, okay? Or anybody's college gym. Ain't nan.
You know what's wild though? Like, my question here is like, who really cares at this point? Like, my thing is, I think Stephen A. Smith whether you like him or not, he's an interesting personality. He gets under people's skin, and that sells, right? Whoever hired him to put him in a seat on a major network knows that, okay? Jason Whitlock, that's why he's on YouTube, because he don't got that same pizzazz, right? And I don't like either one of these dudes. I don't like either one of these dudes. Come on, bro. Now, I agree that what Cat Williams said was probably industry plant. I assume so, okay? My thing is, who the hell cares? Because I recently learned that you could coach a football team and not have played football. Why do we care if Stephen A. Smith played on the court and now he's talking about sports? Why do we care? Like, why do we care? Like, all I'm saying is we're giving both of these guys what they want, which is attention. Remember, I always say, all press is good press. It's attention. Well,
I can't let you denigrate Jason Whitlock like that. He is on one of the biggest conservative platforms, which is Blaze TV, not just YouTube. He is a journalist.
He is. I get it. I'm not saying that. Even though I don't care for the dude, he is a journalist. That's fine. I don't even care for Stephen A. Smith. And there's times that I'm like, you know what? He did that right, or he said that right. I agree with him. I'm just saying, as far as this feud goes, I don't get it. And I sat and watched.
You lied.
Lied? I lied?
He lied in a book. That's the point. That is the entire point of all this. All he did was question him on some inconsistencies in the book. Why? Now, like, what? You cannot be a sports commentator giving sports commentary, and you have not to say that people who have not played the sport can't give their commentary, but this dude talks a big game about how good he was, and then you put this in your book and someone finds inconsistencies about it. What? This is big. This is big in the sports world. This is news. He is the face of ESPN. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Oh my gosh.
Matthew says I don't get sports.
Let's roll one of these clips real quick.
She just don't know.
I cannot believe Mo. Who cares? What?
Smith that's writing a story as a journalist, trying to figure out what happened, why they had a disappointing season. He never provides any insight. He's a member of the team, allegedly. Wouldn't you at some point say, this is what happened? So we came up with this wanted poster. We're just looking for any information, and I say this in all seriousness, that proves that Stephen A. Smith was a legitimate member of the Winston-Salem State basketball team. Stephen A. Smith tells a farcical story about a one-day tryout in February of 1989 or 88. Yes, February of 1988. Yes. One-day tryout in North Carolina, knocks down 17 straight three-pointers, gets a scholarship on the spot. All we can find on the internet, all ESPN has ever promoted, and they've gone to Winston-Salem State's campus twice with Stephen A. Smith, promoting Stephen A. Smith's career at Winston-Salem State. And they run that picture and a similar picture like that, still photo, headshot from a team program. Now, you go do a show for 2 hours at Winston-Salem State, and it's about a celebration of Stephen A. Smith's time at Winston-Salem State. And that's the only photos you can show and produce?
Come on now. He wrote an entire memoir.
I can't with these.
And the only thing you have to show for it. Listen, I didn't play college ball. I played all through elementary. I played through middle, and I played high school. You can go talk to anybody that knew me and grew up with me, and they'll say, yeah, she played. There is not just going to be a still picture of me like this. Okay? There's not. There's going to be a video. There's video of me at basketball camp. There's videos that my mother still has to this day of me playing ball. And I'm not on ESPN. So if you're going to be the face of ESPN, giving your loud and proud commentary of people's ability to play or people's ability to not play, and then you brag about your ability to play, but you literally shot 17 points straight, 17 threes straight, one time and one time only? Are you kidding me? And Jason Whitlock can't question this, or it somehow just becomes drama. No, this is integrity. This is integrity.
I think it's funny when we choose to fact check, because we got a lot of fakes on the internet that give advice to people on relationships that don't have a marriage, and people who give advice on how to be this type of person, that type of person, and they're shitty people. I don't know. I think if we're going to fact check somebody's memoir, like, let's fact check somebody who matters. I don't really care if Stephen A. Smith lied in his memoir or stretched a little bit. Who cares? Like, I don't know. Y'all with these Chocolate City comments, man.
Bruh.
Maybe we need to get somebody who knows the sports world, because I don't know the sports world. So all I'm coming from is like a logical standpoint, not from a
This is not
standpoint.
logic. Where you're coming from is not logic. Nothing you've stated is logic. No. It's an objective point that I'm making right now. The only thing you're saying is, who cares? It's drama. That's not logic.
Well, I'm not just saying who cares it's drama. I'm just saying, like, who cares in general? Like, you think this story is really gonna like stick around? Do you really think it's gonna stick around?
Maybe it's because I'm black and I care about the representation of people who are spewing bullshit. Constant bullshit. Like, we can't complain about leftist woke agendas and then say we don't care about a guy who is one of the biggest faces in the sports world spewing leftist BS woke agendas, lying in his book, and then someone calls him to the table, and who cares? It's Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is huge.
I get it. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But what I'm saying is that we're giving him attention, right? If anything, somebody's gonna go and read the damn book. That's what's gonna happen.
They should read the book.
And he's gonna profit off of it, whether they like it or not. I'm trying to tell you, see, that's the game, though.
Mo's bugging, bro.
I'm bugging.
Check this out, y'all.
My petty's doing good, Uncle said.
Check this out.
I got a fresh petty.
Malika Andrews, we are live from Seaport, brought to you by Patron Perfection. It starts with Patron, and we're coming off college hoops, guys. Yeah. So I do want to show you all a little something. I got a little something to show you here. Before we dig into the NBA, take a look at this blind resume here. It's 3 players, their scoring average in each person's final college season. Do we have any guesses who this might be?
Oh, shit.
Jalen, who do you think? What is this?
Nah, this is hilarious. JJ's on the right.
Wow. It's our starting lineup.
Do you see those stats? Do you know what any of this means right here?
I
Do you know
but the
what this
number-
means on the screen?
The number looks low for sure.
Okay. Jason Whitlock did an amazing show. I'm going to show points of where he shows the actual roster and how many games Steven actually played and how many points he scored. That is important. He is on ESPN right now, and they're showing his stats. PPG is points per game. This is for the season. You cannot score 1.5 points in one game. That is impossible. You cannot do that. Okay. And he also averaged. What is what?
What was his response to this? Because they were making fun of him on his show.
Oh, he's gonna respond. Listen to what he responds to, and then I'm going to go back to Jason Whitlock's amazing expose where he lays out the facts. Okay. But I just want you to know what these things mean. They're showing some major NBA now. Well, they were NBA players before they retired, but these are all college guys, and these were their stats for the year. Okay, this is average. This is an average.
Tonight.
Well, they're not telling. What they're not telling is I only played one game because I cracked my kneecap in half. But that's neither here.
That is neither here nor there. Let's get.
Thank you for watching ESPN on.
What did he say?
He cracked his.
He only played what?
He only played one game because he cracked.
How, Sway? Sway.
That's so funny though.
How? You listen, all my athletes, Mo, you're a horrible person for this topic. All my athletes how do you crack your knee in half in practice? Anybody who's played a full contact sport, you play football, lacrosse. How do you crack your knee in half? And how does a 6-inch screw fit in your knee to hold it together? I'll wait for your answers on that. Now, back to Jason Whitlock, who actually showed Mr. Stephen A. Smith's roster, which also has his statistics for that year, 1991. As you guys saw, that statistic that they showed on ESPN was for 1990 and 1991. This man played 9 games. Okay. Total field goals, that's total shots taken and made, 5. Total taken and attempted, which means you missed it, 23. Okay? 23. 3-pointers. You know where he said he shot 17 threes? He shot the lights out in front of the coach, which got him his full ride scholarship, and he did it one time and never repeated it again. Okay, let's look at this. He averaged 20 3-point attempts and only made 5. How? Please explain this to me.
I don't know.
I agree. Some people in the comment section are saying, some people are saying every scrub from New York got a full ride. Okay. But you don't keep your full ride when your knee cracks and you don't play no more. If you are on an athletic scholarship, you are there to play ball. If you're not playing, your scholarship goes bye-bye. Am I lying? For all the athletes in the chat, am I lying?
Even I'm not an athlete. I know that. You're telling the truth. Facts.
We're just looking at his stats, bro. 1 block, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals. He got 15 points that entire season. 15 points.
Stephen A., you better answer to Soonie.
No, you better answer to Jason Whitlock. You ain't got the answer to me. But you need to answer to Jason Whitlock. The reason I'm talking about this story is because the Chitlin circuit is coming out. And I mean what I say today. People can call me all sorts of coons. Oh, you selling out? Look how you talking about black people. I can't stand Shannon Sharp. That is no secret. I don't like him. I don't like his show. I don't like the way he talks. This was his response to Jason Whitlock. Instead of talking about the allegations and the inconsistencies found, this is what he decided to talk about.
He knows I don't mess with him. He likes to bring my name. You know, Fox tried to feed him some information about this and that, and he threatened. I don't get into all that. I just look. I know who I am. I know what I am. Okay, y'all say all y'all little stuff because see the problem that he has with me. See, and this is what a lot of people have that are journalists. You see, I can sit at the desk on ESPN, or I did it at Fox, and I can do what they do. They could never live in my world. They could never play pro sports. So now, not only could I play sports and I was damn good, I can sit across and I'm more entertaining. I'm more informative. I'm more educational than you. And see, those that can do, those that can't talk. You see, all they can do is talk. I could do. That irks them.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp,
why do
you aren't educating because you're lying. Number one, who are you educating? I'll wait. Because you get on your show and you spew leftist talking points. So who are you educating? Because you're not objective.
I think
you're extremely biased. Pull up a clip right now where he's being objective.
I can't.
I'll wait.
Because I can't because of the way I'm set up right now. But I mean, I watch their show all the time, and when it comes to, the times that they talk about political stuff, okay, but there's lots of things that he talked about that I think, can relate to people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I like the show.
We said educate, not relate.
Okay, educate somebody on how to overcome the circumstances that he came from financially, right?
Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about. He's got some good stuff, man. Like, I'm not gonna say the guy's perfect or that I agree with everything he says, but see, here's the thing with me, like, just because I don't agree with you politically, I can still listen to you for entertainment or whatever else you have to offer.
His politics have nothing to do with why I don't like him. He's just very annoying. I don't find his content to be funny or entertaining. It's just not. It's not.
I know you don't, but I do. I love it. Soonie's done.
This is. My dad was supposed to be on here with me. You let me down. I got to deal with this. You're supposed to be on here.
He was supposed to come on here and talk about the sports angle of it. Oh, I got
Yes. My father would have understood where I'm coming from. Because my dad was also a D1 athlete that did not make it to the league. Listen. This man, me and Liddell had a conversation while we were watching Jason Whitlock. And we were ourselves pointing out some inconsistencies. You guys have to go back and watch. Please go back and watch the Stephen A. Smith rant for 40 minutes. He literally talks about giving money to his alma mater. Okay? Yeah. Where is the money going? That's another one. He literally says that Jason Whitlock is Cain and worse than white supremacy. What do you think that is doing? You don't respond to none of the inconsistencies that he found. I wrote a whole page full of notes to go back for the show. You don't go back and you don't respond.
And the Tafari Campbell drowning. That's like, this is your Tafari Campbell drowning.
Lord, I'm so insulted that you just said that.
What? No, I'm just saying, this is what you like. This is your thing. You like this.
You don't respond to any of the allegations. You get on your platform and you call him a fat bastard, a bitch, how nobody likes him, how nobody will work with him. You name drop people. And then you end it by saying, as a black man, where is that clip at? As a black man, I'm not going to do nothing to hurt you, but I don't want to work with you. You don't think you did something to hurt him by calling him a white supremacist? No. You don't think you did anything to hurt him and his reputation by saying that he is anti-black and that he spews anti-black rhetoric? I know
that's
people.
What a lot of people say about him.
I don't think he does. I think he has a very narrow-minded way of viewing things, but it's not coming from an anti-black point of view.
No, I don't think it is either. But I'm saying Stephen A. Smith isn't the only person to say that about Jason Whitlock. I mean, anybody who's black and conservative is going to hear that they're a white supremacist. Anybody who votes for Trump or supports Trump is going to hear that they're a white supremacist. I mean, people need to come up with new shit, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but the point is, the people who are viewing this keep a very unrealistic viewpoint of who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just big on integrity. I don't think character assassination is funny. I don't think getting in the way of someone else's bag is funny. It's not just drama to me. It becomes salacious and it becomes defaming at some point. Yeah. Saying someone is a white supremacist, the meaning has worn off. So now people don't care. Oh, we say that all the time. Yeah. What does that mean? You're calling him a black white supremacist. That is a fucked up thing to say about somebody. You're mad that he's questioning your book, but you are literally assassinating someone's character.
That's all I'm saying is I get what you're saying about the character assassination and the claims that each one of them are making. All I'm saying is I don't think this is going to last that long, that anybody's career is going to be ruined off of it. I don't think Jason's career is going to be ruined off of it. I don't think Stephen A. Smith's career is going to be ruined off of it. I think they're going to be just fine. Stephen A. is going to sell a couple more books. Jason Whitlock might get a couple more subscribers because there's people from Stephen A. Smith's platform tuning in over there to hear what he's got to say. And that is what it is. That's the cost of doing battle. That's what I think is happening here. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it's not wrong or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't think in the big scheme of things, this is really going to be detrimental to either one of them.
I'm just going to play this and you guys be the judge for yourself.
Black man, knowing our history, anything worse than a white supremacist. That is until Jason Whitlock came along. He's worse than them. He is the worst, most despicable, lying, no good, fat ass human being I have ever known in my life. And I'm going to take a break as a black man.
I don't get down like that.
So dramatic. He's so dramatic.
I just don't.
That's exactly what I hate. I hate Stephen A. Smith.
Whitlock
he takes everything to the.
He's
to the
grifting
of
off of Cat Williams' interview. I don't think that's what's happening.
Wait, Whitlock has been talking about Stephen A. forever. He's grifting. Who? Whitlock is grifting off the Cat interview? I don't think so.
How?
I think he made a simple statement commenting on it and it blew up into this. I don't think he was really trying to grift off of it. I mean, like everybody else, he was talking about that interview.
Make it make sense, man.
Yeah.
He's charismatic. Dude, you have to be charismatic to be on TV. Yeah. You can't just sit up here and be dry. You have to give a show. So he's doing what people like to see him do. Right. But I'm saying that it's dishonest.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. He brought it up again right after the Cat Williams interview. Well, look, I do the same thing. When something happens within culture and it correlates with something that I spoke about in the past and I'm really trying to drive a point, I'll bring it up again too and be like, do you guys remember when I talked about this? Now let's discuss this and we'll compare how they're the same. I think this is truly what I think. Conservatives feel some type of way about the Patrick Bet-David situation between Jason Whitlock and him.
Oh, you
when he didn't want to sit down. So Patrick Bet-David invited Jason Whitlock to come on for a panel discussion, but did not tell who the panel was. Both people who were invited, which is Roland Martin and Jason Whitlock, were going to be there to discuss systemic racism, jail, and all those things. Patrick Bet-David, which is Valuetainment, thought, what great way, what better way than to have two different opinions coming from black men discussing this. So fast forward, they both agree to come do it, but Jason Whitlock feels some type of way because Evaluatainment told the driver, hey, you don't have to rush to get here. We're going to be starting a little behind schedule. So if you want to drive around, go ahead and drive around. He also felt some type of way that they asked him to arrive at the back of the building. Why shouldn't I arrive at the front? Who knows? Wasn't a big deal. If you guys want to go see what I'm talking about in depth, because it is a lengthy video, you can go watch Patrick Bet David talk about this. He gets there. Patrick Bet David comes out and greets him. Jason Whitlock explains, I feel like there's something funny going on here. Why did you have this person drive me around for 15 minutes? Why am I coming in through the back? He finds out Roland Martin is there. He starts accusing people of, you set me up. I would never agree to do a conversation with Roland Martin because it's not a conversation if we're going to be talking to Roland Martin. He went on his own show, Jason Whitlock, and painted Patrick Bet David to be a scammer and a liar. So I get why conservatives are biased on this, but you also need to consider you're on a show called Fearless. Why would you not have a conversation where you're obviously going to dunk on Roland Martin with actual facts regarding systemic racism, police interaction, and race relations in America, period? Why run from that discussion? And why act like a whole diva?
Yeah. You're saying Jason Whitlock was acting like a diva?
Yes, in my personal opinion. I mean, watched both.
My thing, you don't I'm thinking in my head, like, he went on a show and didn't ask, like, who's going to be on the panel.
That was another point that Patrick Bet David made. If you were going to be uncomfortable or you didn't want to be in the building with certain people, why not say, okay, who's on the panel? And then say, you know what, I'm going to pass. We can do something one-on-one. You initially agreed to a panel. If you look at Valuetainment, their entire makeup is a panel discussion every time they go live.
And
there's three people consistently on there.
And they always have even their hosts are dissenting opinions. You know, they have, I mean, that's crazy. I didn't know about that.
So look, I'll give Jason Whitlock some criticism. He acted like a whole crybaby. That was weak. You could have did the panel and you could have moved on.com, but you decided to make it seem like somebody set you up and they did. What did he say? They wouldn't do this to Jordan Peterson. They did this to me because I'm black. Boy, if you don't get out of here, go fact check me on everything I'm saying. I'm not making this up.
He said because I'm black?
He absolutely did.
No, because you ain't no Jordan Peterson. That's why. Come on now. Let's not compare those two things. Come on now.
So look, I'm just being objective in my reporting on this. Yeah, Jason Whitlock brought the facts. He questioned his college career and he's questioning his basketball career overall. Yep. Why don't we see pictures of you outside of that one yearbook picture?
Shooting some hoops.
You ain't got no videos of you shooting hoops. There's no footage of your first game. There ain't no footage of you cracking your knee. I don't know how anybody cracks their knee down the middle. That is a medical phenomenon.
What about those dudes that he was like in the video that Jason Whitlock showed where he was like talking to dudes from his old team? Like, why don't they bring some of those dudes to say, hey,
look, Jason Whitlock reached out. Jason Whitlock, go watch. Everybody, please go watch both of those exposés that he did. They are lengthy, but you will get sucked in. Jason Whitlock is very boring to me. I cannot stand listening to him. He is boring, right? He's dry as crap.
First 45 minutes, you could do the first 45 minutes.
You can tolerate, yes. But thanks to Blaze TV, they do timestamp where he talks about specific things. So if you want to hop through, you can do that. Trust me, he is boring. I cannot stand watching that man. But I was sucked into this, and I love sports. Okay. Yeah. So anytime something crazy is happening in sports, especially with Stephen A. Smith, he's just loud and proud. I don't like people like that. You're loud and proud all the time. He aired your ass out and you didn't come back with no response outside of you're worse than white supremacy.
Right. And see, that's my thing. That's what I did say to Soonie. I was like, okay, why doesn't he come with the receipts and he could just shut this all down right now?
Exactly.
But this is why. Because it's more beneficial for them to keep this mess going. I'm telling you. It's like this thing with Tyler. Like, if anybody really gave a damn about Tyler, I could just keep this going.
My Lord.
I could keep this going and be messy, okay? Because people love drama.
Tyler's
right?
gonna watch this and clip your ass some more.
Clip it, okay? Or Soonie, you and I could be like, yo, you know what? We could be posting thumbnails like, I think this might be the end, with you and me with like a little crooked thing down the middle, like we breaking up. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
I know the formula to get you, because y'all watching are easy. You guys like messiness, okay? I'm serious. I could be making.
I don't disagree with you there.
I could be making hella thumbnails, scamming all you guys, but we don't do that. We don't do that for clickbait.
I don't disagree with you. All I'm saying is, dude, my inbox is blowing up right now. I don't know what's going on. Somebody hit me up to cover a story, and they're like sending me stuff back to back. Shout out to Madison Downs and OG over there. All I'm saying is, I wouldn't be me if I didn't bring this up and have an unbiased perspective, because I do have the ability to criticize both. I think a lot of people struggle with that. I can still individually like them, but still, respectfully say, you're capping hard, bruh. And if what he said is false, then all you got to do is bring out that stat sheet. All you got to do is bring out them x-rays. Like, if it's that serious for enough for y'all to go back and forth, and enough for the sports world, AKA Shannon Sharp, I educate people. No, you don't. You're not educating nobody on Nathan outside of sports. Maybe you educate them on that, but that's about it. Damn, am I back?
Yeah, you were kind of lagging.
It just kicked me off. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
Go watch the entire interview for yourself. Go watch it.
Yeah, go watch
Please.
it. Even I watched it.
And you're going to see
I watched it.
How he capping. Stephen A. Smith is capping hard.
All right, well, we'll revisit this if there's any other new developments on the saga. Real quick, before we move on to the next story, I meant to do this at the beginning of the show, and if you're still listening, I hope you are. But shout out to Joey Ruth, one of our listeners. He graduated today from Army boot camp. He made it through. So
hoorah!
Hoorah! So I wanted to give him a shout out, tell him congratulations.
Never mind, that's Marines. Sorry, Marines.
What does Army say? They say some whack ass shit. Yeah.
Yep.
All the other branches say some whack. What does the Air Force say?
I don't know.
Dave said downstairs, nothing.
We own the skies, all right? We're the bougie branch.
Yeah, he said they
exactly.
Great Poupon.
We are the bougie branch.
Lord.
We have the nice golf courses. By the way, we just got a steakhouse over our golf course, right next to the coast. Because I'm right on the coast, bruh.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to have dinner there. I'm super excited.
And you're gonna eat
Let me go
steak?
be bougie. No, of course not. I have something else there. I don't like blood on my plate. You got to stop this.
To Soonie to be excited about a steakhouse and not eat steak at the steakhouse. The hell? That's like you go to an Italian restaurant and you order the cheeseburger. What the hell?
Or you get chicken nuggets and fries.
Right. That'd be Soonie and Bryson.
I mean, yeah, because Italian people don't serve nothing but cheese. So I definitely would be getting chicken tenders and fries.
Yeah. Good night, Lynn. See you later. All right. I wanted to talk about this terrible, terrible case out of Houston, Texas, about the toddler that was sexually assaulted in the bathroom by former Galleria employee. So I'm going to read a little bit about this, and then Soonie's going to kind of expand because she actually has some background on this person.
Yes.
But so former Galleria employee was arrested and charged for recording the sexual assault of 2 toddlers involving at least 6 other men. Arthur Hector Fernandez III, who's 29 years old, is charged with the sexual exploitation of children after the FBI said videos were found on a forum on the dark web by the Australian Centre to Counter Child Exploitation and provided to them. In a disturbing graphic court documents, 4 videos were described in which 2 toddler males were seen being sexually assaulted by multiple men in different settings. In one specific video, the FBI documents say one of the toddler males was seen in what appeared to be a public restroom, lying on a changing table, being assaulted by one man, while Fernandez is allegedly the person recording the assault of the second toddler. In the other 3 videos provided by ACCE was described in court documents and seemed to be during different instances, one of which the child was seen on what appeared to be the changing table. There are different men seen in each of the 3 videos, with Fernandez being at least in at least 2 of them. The toddlers were later discovered to be between the ages of 2 and 3 years old. According to the FBI, they were able to identify Fernandez through relatives of 2 male toddlers who identified the clothes the children were wearing in sanitized images of the video. That's terrible. Even the sanitized images, that's terrible that they made other kids watch the video to identify that. The relative of 2 toddlers also recognized the silver bracelet seen on one of the man's wrists in the videos, now identified as Fernandez, which was a chain-style bracelet with a dolphin charm and a solid beaded bracelet. In one of the videos, a pair of white low-top Converse All-Star shoes were seen on the floor. When FBI Houston conducted a search warrant on the address listed, they found 3 pairs of those Converse shoes, along with electronic devices storing the sexual abuse material. So it happened in May 6th of 2023, so this was quite a while ago. It is assumed to have occurred in the bathroom at the Galleria Mall, in the public restroom, private stalls, and on the changing table. So
disgusting.
Terrible. Yeah.
Disgusting.
So, tell us a little bit more, Soonie, about what you have on this.
So, it turns out the 2 mothers of the children who were sexually assaulted were being taken care of by Fernandez. And I'll pull up the article. This is from the Gateway Pundit, so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And I actually came across his personal Instagram, and that is now gone off of the internet. It is scrubbed. I was viewing it yesterday, and I could not help but notice he is very much so LGBT. And the reason that I'm going to bring this up, I'm going to do like Jason Whitlock, do a little clout chasing, is because we have certain races and certain people who are the face of crimes. We do. No one is interested in having a nuanced discussion when it comes to shooting, because we know 9 times out of 10, it's a Black person doing the shooting, unless it's a school shooting or a mass shooting that occurs in a mall. We know this. But for some reason, people do not want to have the discussion centered around the LGBTQ community and their sexual assaults, not only on adults, but children. So Fernandez is accused of filming these heinous acts and posting videos online. The victims, a 2 and a 3-year-old, were allegedly left in Fernandez's care by their parents, who were his acquaintances and fellow mall employees. So these women trusted you with their children because, number one, we know how women are with gay men. They feel safe. Tell me I'm lying. I've heard women say this myself. They feel more safe with a gay man because there's no attraction there than they do with the straight man. They will change naked with you in a room. They will sleep with you in the same bed. They have this sense of security there.
Yeah.
What me and Mo talked about off camera was clearly there is an epidemic, and single parenthood, single motherhood is a danger to children. We see this story time and time again, whether it's on the front page of a news article or it's within your own family. You get desperate when you have no other options. Now, I'm in no way am I saying this guy represents all of the LGBTQ. But there needs to be a conversation that starts because more and more we're finding out that LGBTQ men are assaulting children. They're participating in pedophilic acts.
Yeah.
This is also a statistic on the FBI. You can look all this up. I lost sleep. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning because I read this story before I went to sleep, and I ended up dreaming about something happening to my child in an instance where I don't know why I let my kid go anywhere, because my children aren't anywhere without my supervision. But in the dream, I was put in this situation and I was so disturbed where I could not go back to sleep. We have got to protect our children, moms, single or not. You have to make the ultimate sacrifice when you put yourself in this type of environment of you're doing it alone.
Yep.
You can't, the sympathy, the feeling bad, that has to stop because children are being harmed. And this man just so happened to be gay. The people that we are supposed to not fear the most are being caught doing a whole bunch of essaying in this country.
Yeah. And I mean, this is just talking about child molestation, okay? You know, we don't want to talk about it. Certainly the news doesn't want to talk about it in this type of situation and acknowledge that this guy is part of the LGBTQ community. And Soonie's not just going off of this picture you guys see here. He had pictures of him with rainbow flags in his Facebook page
on his
as well.
On his Instagram.
Right.
Yes.
So we're not just making assumptions that like he was very blatantly pro LGBTQ and all that. But again, school shooters, mental health, all turns out to be LGBTQ or they're transsexuals or in some type of way they're connected. It is, and I'm not saying every single gay person is like this, but there is a problem, and you don't get this way unless you have had some type of trauma. It is terrible.
Yes.
It is terrible that this happens to people, but I do believe even if you're a good gay person, you talk to most gay people and they have some type of trauma story. Even my friends that I love that are gay, that I respect, they have a trauma story. They were
I think
molested.
I found his page.
Oh, okay, let's pull it up.
Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Unless they took it down.
I'm going to keep you in my ear.
I actually found it.
I'm going to mute you real quick, but I got to run to the bathroom, but I'm going to be able to hear you.
Okay. She said, I'm going to run to the bathroom. She's got to make a urination sample. Let me send this to myself so I can pull this up. In no way am I attacking the LGBTQ community. I'm keeping the same energy that I would keep in talking about people who look just like me and how there seems to be a stereotype and a mold that a lot of these people fit. And if we don't have the discussion, we keep leaving our youth and women open to all sorts of danger. And I don't believe you can say that we are the most, what is it? The most preyed upon population on this planet and then turned a blind eye to things like this. Now, his page was made private, but this is his Instagram page, which they have not taken off of the internet yet. And there are the rainbow flags. So I didn't just pull this from anywhere. I didn't judge a book by its cover and say, well, he's definitely gay. Look at how he's posing. I actually went and saw a lot of what was on his page. And there are some articles and websites that people are posting within the chat. If you guys really want to go look at this stuff, it's right here in the chat. Disturbing FBI report online. This is just what he's been accused of. I am not going to download it. I'm not interested in reading it. It's not alleged as far as I'm concerned when you literally film yourself harming and assaulting children. So maybe one of you guys can get him to accept your follow. I don't know. I'm sure he's got a crap ton of requests coming in, but this is his page.
Well, isn't he in jail?
There is only one person who is arrested and the 7 others are free.
What?
They're free. Now, it's kind of a, listen, we just had Kash Kelly on. You guys can find the Jan Sixers.
Yeah.
You can find all these people that were on the lawn. You have photographs of folks, but you can't find 7 other men that horrifically assaulted a fucking 2-year-old and a 3-year-old. Really?
Yeah.
This is why I say our justice system is a fucking joke.
It is.
Because they don't prosecute cases like this. These people get 5 years in jail, sometimes 6 months. And then you think the Scarlet Letter is the sex offender list. They don't give a shit about this list. They don't care.
Yeah, they don't. They don't. I don't want to talk about the list anymore, man. It's so ridiculous. I'm sick of hearing about it. But you know what? You're so right. And like, I know I joke about like, oh, I want to go spend 24 hours in jail. But you know what? I think some people who run the justice system and what goes on in the justice system maybe need to go spend 24 hours in jail and experience some of that stuff. Because that's crazy to me.
It is.
Some of the stuff that Kash was saying is crazy. But yeah, the fact that this dude is not in jail.
Looney Tunes.
And has the parents of these kids or the mother of these children made any statement?
Not that I know of. I have not heard anything. But I also am not going to follow the story because I don't like hearing about things like this.
Yeah.
It disrupts my life and my sleep and my ability to be, vigilant with my own children because you get paranoid and you don't make rational decisions. So I just lightly discuss, another disgusting piece of shit, scum of the earth that should be taken off of this planet. Obviously not by me. These are times where I would 1000% love the death penalty. I can openly say I'm a hypocrite there.
Yeah.
Because I don't believe these people deserve to live.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, let's not waste any tax dollars on them.
Yeah. I mean, I want to, in regards to mothers and, the comment that we made about single mothers and things like that, whether you're single or you're not, okay? Whether they're gay, whether they're straight, whether they're married, whether they're family members, do not trust your children with anybody, okay?
Yep.
If it is not their own parent, and if it is not their grandparent that is a good sounded-minded individual, okay? Because there's some messed up grandparents and parents out there too. Do not leave your kids with them. Don't send your kid to a sleepover if you don't know. I wouldn't even send my kid to a sleepover at that age, number one.
Yep.
But if you don't know who's going to be there, if this person has older siblings, how do you know what's going on there? I'm sorry if you say, oh, well, Mo, kids got to have fun. Kids got to do sleepovers. No, they don't. I didn't do them. I wasn't allowed to do them when I was young. My mom didn't let me. She was like, no, you're not sleeping over. If your friends want to sleep over at our house and their parents allow that,
exactly.
Fine, but you can't go nowhere. And that was my life growing up, and I'm just fine. That's true. Debate, but
I agree. I mean, you were bad. Based on how I acted and how you acted, dude. My mother would have put me in a group home for acting like that.
Habitual line stepper growing up.
But yeah, we have to be picky
your babies
and protective.
Super picky. You got to be offensively picky when it comes to your kids.
Yes.
I don't care if somebody says, well, you don't trust me. No,
nope.
I don't trust anybody but myself.
I just had to have that conversation with a friend of mine because I babysit their daughter. And they were, of course, I know they're doing it from the kindness of their heart, but they're like, hey, we can take the kids and you guys can go out for a date. And we were just like, yeah, no.
Right.
No, that's okay. And I said, I know me. I know my intentions. I would never harm a child. And it's not to say that you would, but I don't trust you.
Right.
I don't trust you. We have not been around each other long enough. There's my best friend. Me and Erica had one of the rawest conversations one day when our kids were playing because I would go over there. She would come over here. And I was like, look, her kids spent the night with me one night and her youngest was like, I want to go home. So I called his mom and I said, okay, you can call her. And she was like, dude, you don't know how much I appreciate that. The fact that you didn't force him to stay and say, it's all right. I called his mom because he was not, you could see he was not comfortable. He was not comfortable. And I don't want him to associate me with, I'm not listening to your fears, you know, because I would want somebody to do that with my kid. If my child is uncomfortable, you better call me because I'm coming to get him, period.
Yeah.
But we had one of the rawest conversations we've ever had as friends where we were just like, bro, I don't trust you. And I'm like, shoot, I don't trust you either. I was happy when my kids didn't come over, you know, and it was just like, bro, this is my dog. When I say we can talk about anything and there's like no love lost and we can be honest with each other, that's when I knew this is a person I can trust.
Yeah.
If you're able to tell me that and I'm able to tell you in return and nobody's offended, we can trust each other, clearly. Yeah. But there's not many people that you can do that with and know they're being genuine.
Right. But you know what? Even still, like, let's say you and Eric are cool and you even trust her husband, right? Well, let's say your kids are over there and her husband has somebody over. Okay. No. Just to visit. You know what I mean? And maybe that person's just stopping by and they don't know anything weird about this guy, but this guy sees your child go to the bathroom and sneaks up in the bathroom with your child. And then what? You know, I tell a story when I was younger, I wouldn't say little. We had a dude at it wasn't a dude. He was like older than me. Okay. But he was one of those like, oh, this is your cousin, this is your uncle, you know, but they weren't really. So in your mind, you're like, oh, this is family. I got to trust this person. Right. This dude used to lay in a bed with me and put his hands down my pants. And I didn't think anything of it. Like he would put it like in the back of my pockets of my jeans. And we would just like lay there in bed and I didn't think anything of it because I was like so innocent. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, this is a family member. This is not a bad thing. And I didn't think anything of it. But I mean, that's how it starts out.
Exactly.
That's how it starts. That's called grooming. So that person was probably trying to see how far I would let them go. And it probably would have progressed to more. You know?
That's true. That's how it starts out. So listen, I'm in my kids' business. They're nowhere without me. They don't spend a night anywhere. Erica was the only person that I let my children stay over. And in the morning, guess who was at the front door? Me. It wasn't no, you're there till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Nah, 9 o'clock, you're getting your ass home. Let's go. You had enough fun. You spent the night. But I just want I want parents to be Fort Knox about their kids, bro. Stop being so cavalier with them.
Yeah.
They're malleable. They're easily manipulated. They think everyone is their friend. Unless you give them a game, I tell my kids, there are adults you cannot trust.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for letting you know who you can and cannot trust. Period. Yeah. You don't go nowhere with nobody. Nothing.
I remember when I used to watch this little girl like many, many years ago. Dave wouldn't even change her diaper. Like if I said, hey, Dave, can you real quick change your diaper? He's like, no, I'm not doing that.
Nope.
Not because he's grossed out by changing diapers, but because she's a little girl and he didn't feel comfortable with that.
Dude,
you know,
I would not be, you know how some adults are affectionate with their kids, their friends' kids.
Mm-hmm.
I would not even be affectionate with Erica's kids.
Yeah.
I don't want you to develop any sort of trust with an adult to where you think it's normal to come up and sit on their lap and hold them. Like, no, we can give a hug. Hey, how you doing? And then we're going to separate. You give me my space. I'm going to give you yours because your personal space is yours and nobody should cross into that. Nobody.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Just some tips for y'all. I don't do that for folks' kids, bro.
I'm with you. I am with you.
We both had kids who were old enough and didn't take shit from anyone. My daughter is fearless. Soonie's kids are fearless about letting you know what they are and what they aren't able to do. Exactly.
Yeah.
My son, you break a rule. You know, daddy said we're not supposed to do that. Mom said no. They don't play. My rules and my standards, they take that everywhere. I'm proud of them.
Dude, you know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell one more crazy story because this is gonna tell you how easy this can happen. So we were at a pool party over the summer with coworkers, okay, people that we knew, friends and coworkers. And one of the guys that was in the pool that I know very, very well, okay, was drinking a little bit. And one of the other people's kids, little girl, she couldn't have been older than 9 years old, okay? She jumped in the pool and she was like swimming around us. Mind you, there's just adults around us, right? She's swimming around us. She comes in and he's like, hey, and he's like, whatever, playing with her. He's a father as well. He has girls, okay? So one would think, oh, this guy's safe. He's cool. Patriot, Trump supporter, all that. You think, oh, this guy's cool. He ain't gonna do nothing. All of a sudden, I see him like grabbing her hair and he's like going like this. And he's like, isn't she beautiful? She's so beautiful. And he was like, come here. And he was like grabbing her and under the water. And he was like sitting her on his lap. And I grabbed her so fast. And I was like, come here, sweetie. Took her and I went inside. And her mother and father were inside chatting it up, having cocktails and drinking or whatever. And I'm like, hey, you might want to watch your kid outside because old boy out here has had too much to drink and he's getting a little too, I'm not even comfortable with it. And you could see her face. She was just like, because he kept pulling her back. And she was just like, her parents didn't teach her, hey, no, I'm not going to go sit on your lap.
Yep.
That's how it happens, you guys. And not that I think that this guy would do anything like sexually molest her, but that was
uncomfortable
behavior.
Yeah.
Inappropriate behavior for a man and a child. Totally.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Anyways, some great parenting tips for you guys. I hope you take them and you consider what we're saying. It's not you being a helicopter parent. It's you being an actual parent. We have a funny story next. I think this will be our last story because we've been up here for almost 2.5 hours. I didn't even realize that.
We've been gone for a while too, so I guess we kind of owed it.
We have been gone for a minute. Dang, we have been gone. Dang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've been doing lives. I've been doing Instagram lives, so it doesn't feel like I've been gone, but you've been dipped out for a little minute. So I came across this John Hopkins hit list of people that are automatically guilty of privilege. And I thought it would be interesting to get your raw reaction because I know you haven't seen this yet. All right, let's pull this up real quick.
I get excited.
And I also have a list that's allegedly anti-black that I want to get your opinion on. So, Happy New Year and welcome to 2024. This is a chief of diversity. Okay, this black lady here. And she said, the issue of diversity, monthly diversity digest. We are excited to kick off this month with 2 events in celebration of Martin Luther King Jr. We look forward to the 42nd annual MLK commemoration on January 12th. This year it will be in a new location, the Chevy Chase Auditorium on East Baltimore campus. The theme will be, where do we go from here? Chaos or community? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is the lady who's putting this all together. And they put out this list. Okay, diversity word of the month, privilege, a set of unearned benefits given to people who are in a specific social group. Privilege operates on personal, interpersonal, cultural, and institutional levels, and it provides advantages and favors to members of dominant groups at the expense of other members of other groups. In the United States, privilege is granted to people who have membership in one or more of these social identity groups.
Oh, Lord, I'm already looking at the list.
Are you ready? Are you ready? All right. The first person or the first group of people, white people, white people have this crazy privilege that no one else in the world has. The next set is able-bodied people. So me and you, Mo,
that takes me out.
We're privileged.
Able-bodied?
Yes.
And wait, hold on just a second, because it says in here these are unearned benefits. I earned being an able-bodied person, okay?
I know. I took care of myself.
With a bag of Cheetos and just be unable-bodied.
Oh, God. The next one is heterosexuals. We were born with the privilege because we're normal. All right. Okay, I'll take that. Cisgendered people, so people who are perfectly fine with the body that they were born in, we are somehow privileged. I'm black. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell I got privilege when all these years y'all been telling me white people got it.
Right.
How? Men, males, Christians.
Wait a minute. So males are already wait, what?
I guess they got double privilege.
Hold up. So wait, you got to have some of these or you got to have all of these?
It says privilege is granted to people who have membership in one or more of these social identity groups.
You crazy. This person is crazy. We need to find out who she is. We need to interview her. She's crazy.
Look, Christians, okay? Middle or owning class people. So if you own your car, if you own your house, if you own a cell phone, all right? I mean, a computer, some internet, some clothes. You said owning. Okay. I want people to count how privileged they are. We're going to count how many times you are privileged. Middle-aged people. Middle-aged people.
Can't. I'm already skipping down to the next one. English-speaking people.
English-speaking people.
Here's what I have to say right off the bat. Is it occurring to anybody that these very people are voting and supporting things that are going to make you unprivileged? They don't want the best for you. They don't want you to be able-bodied. They don't want you to be straight. They don't want you to believe in God. They don't want you to what? They don't want you to own anything to be able to.
John Hopkins. People. John Hopkins, everybody. John Hopkins.
And they ushered in the illegals because they don't want no English-speaking people either. Lord, have mercy.
The replacement theory. Hopefully we get to that. The replacement theory. But I have checked every single one of these boxes except for being white. So technically, and a male. Ooh, thank you for saying that because people already keep calling me a tranny, even though I popped out 3 kids. I am black. Okay, I want you guys to take this in. Do you see me? Hold on. Do I need to make myself bigger for all the people who are new here? Look at this. Can you see that?
She black.
I am black, but allegedly, I now have all these privileges because I'm straight, able-bodied, cisgendered, a Christian. I'm not middle-aged, but I own some stuff and I speak English. So now we can stop saying that white privilege is a thing and everybody's got privilege. So now nobody's left out. I think that's inclusion. What you think?
I agree with you. Now, wait a minute. The bottom part of this is taking me out. Make
the bottom part.
I
can't make it large, but I'll read it for you.
Oh, okay.
How?
I don't know. You just made it. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
Privilege is characteristically invisible to people who have it. So you're supposed to identify your privilege. Oh no, somebody can point it out for you. These less privileged people. People in dominant groups often believe they have earned the privilege they enjoy or that everyone could have access to these privileges if only they worked to earn them. Yet you said privilege is unearned. They said that up above. It was unearned. This don't make no sense. In fact, privileges are unearned and are then they said it in the next line. What idiot wrote this? In fact, privileges are unearned and are granted to people in the dominant groups, whether they want those privileges or not. And regardless of their stated intent. Shut up. Y'all are stupid. Whoever wrote this is a damn idiot.
You know what this goes back to? The meritocracy of it all. Shout out to Jason Whitlock. You wrap this up beautifully, sir. If you're not getting there based on merit, you're getting there based on your race or your gender or who you know. Just saying. Now working hard is a privilege and not everybody can do that.
That's right.
I never knew that working hard was this unattainable thing that you were just born with. Please let me know.
Yeah, put a 1 in the chat if y'all are privileged.
Are you privileged? If you're watching on Instagram, let us know. How many times privileged are you? Because apparently I'm 6 times. I'm privileged times 6.
Right.
With all this
Dang.
privilege, I'm going to demand the numbers for the Mega Millions.
Right? Man,
We got one, eh?
That's crazy. These people are so freaking dumb.
Did you hear about this?
It is about what?
The list, before I brought it up. Had you heard about it?
No, I had never heard about that. And like, I just want to say, like, the fact that these people have like real jobs in universities and are talking to our youth and writing things, like, these people are crazy.
Cray.
Where do they get off? Oh,
We got to make this a clip. I'm gonna hit the what button is it? I think it's the C button. I forgot which one it is. Anyway, I marked it.
Michelle.
It'll pop up for you. Mo, you're good with the clips. I suck at it. But I got another list. Before we go, I have another list. Now, this list is allegedly an anti-black list. This is a teacher. It's not clear at what school. This is just a viral post that's going around. You're privileged times 7. Look at that. Because you're white.
Hey, Chelly.
What up, Charlie? So this is a list that is floating around where a teacher has said that these words are not allowed in the classroom. Now, I'm biased on this. I will say I am biased because I think we are being a little too cavalier with our speech. And I think anybody who is interested in telling you what you can and cannot say should absolutely be a threat. So teacher's list goes viral after it shows what words are banned from the classroom. Now, because of these specific words that I will read, it has been deemed anti-black. Anti-black. So, bruh, of course, I'm going to be biased on this. That is a word that I use all the time. And I wish you would tell me that I can't use it because I'm in your classroom. Bruh, I'm going to say it. Standing on business. That just means that you're being 100. You're standing on business. You can't say that in the classroom. Ooh-wee and ski-yee. You can't say that. I get that one. Don't be yelling out ski-yee in my classroom. I get that, okay? Aren't those up.
Like aren't those like we about to jump you type signals? Like,
nah, that just means like you might see something you like. Ooh-wee. All right. Ooh-wee. Look at her. You need to be caught up on black culture. What's happening?
It's like, what is it when people are about to get jumped? They're like, they do some little terpy shit when they're about to get jumped.
What, squale?
I don't know, dude. I think everybody does it different. Squale? What the hell?
That's an up north thing. If you're not from up north, you don't know what I'm talking about. You ate that up. I don't see what's wrong with that. That's cap. Why? Why do we have to ban that's cap? Why? Why can't they say this in your classroom?
Now, is there like an age? What classroom? All classrooms? Or is this like an
It does not say. Doesn't say what age, doesn't say what class, none of that. Nobody knows.
Because
so that's cap.
I would be okay with younger kids. I'd be okay. Because kids' vocabulary these days is terrible.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Right? I agree with that. But you're a teacher. You're there to teach. You're not there to tell them what they can and cannot say. As long as they're not swearing or being disrespectful, how they speak to each other as children, let them talk, bro. Let these kids be kids. I spoke slang growing up. Oh, my mama, my kids would be like, oh, my hood. Exactly. They know that. But I grew out of it. Now, there are times where I revert back to speaking Ebonics, but that's just because that's how I grew up talking. I clearly know how to speak proper English. Do you hear my vernacular? Yeah. Do you hear how proper I'm speaking? So I know how to turn it on and off, right? Leave these fucking kids alone.
These words are funny. In the cup.
What's up, gang? You can't say bet, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Miss T, on God. You can't say on God. You can't say on my mama. You can't say on my dead mama, on my dead cousin, on my dead auntie, on my dead homies.
That's what we see on my dead homies. That was like my time.
You can't say Riz, which is stupid.
Yeah.
You can't say what's up, G Wade. In the cut with my twin. Just a vibe. Gat. You can't say that. Don't know why. On bro. Why you can't say on bro? You can't say on hood. You can't say gang gang. Now listen. Number 21, you gonna kick me out of your class. Cause I'm saying nigga. Nigga.
Okay.
Nigga. I'm gonna say it. How you gonna tell people what they can't say?
First of all, I think in the classroom that is disrespectful.
How is it disrespectful in the classroom if you're talking to your peers?
First of all, let me just say this. This list is hilarious, okay? And I think if you're talking to your peers, yeah, absolutely. Like if you're like in a group project and y'all are just like, talking to each other. But I watch these like videos of like when students are going off on the teachers and the way they talk to the teachers, like I don't think it's cool to talk to the teachers using any of this stuff. You know what I mean? Like if the kid, if the kid is like, "What up, G Wade?" to their teacher, like, no, that's not cool. You know what I mean?
Why?
Because you got to respect your teachers. But I grew up. Grew up in an era of respecting we feared our teachers.
See, if I were to say, "What's up, bruh?" to my teacher, that is because I do respect you and I feel comfortable talking to you this way. Like,
I think if the teacher makes it like cool, because like I had teachers that were like coaches, right? And it was a little bit more lax with the coaches, but then I wouldn't do that with all my teachers. Like we had some teachers that they were like, "What up, dog?" and they like, dap them up or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like cool, but like not all the teachers were like that.
Number 21 is that is a non-negotiable. I'm saying number 21 and 11 on my mama and nigga. I'm sorry, not letting that go. On me, I don't say that, but I hear a lot of young people to say it. Like all they saying is like for real on me.
Yeah.
Like swear to God. On the set, that's just saying swear to God. That's all you saying. Freak you mean is like what the F? What do you mean?
I don't like that. I don't like that.
What?
Y'all raising some disrespectful kids.
This is ridiculous.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, in the classroom in general, I don't have a problem with these words, but to the teacher, no.
Okay, I'll level with you there. Don't say these to your teacher. But if you're talking to your peers, bro, come on. You can't say period? Why we can't say period? Why?
Dude, because sometimes the teacher... like, I'm just trying to think of the scenario here. Right? Like, the teacher's like, if you done with your test, you can get up and go. And the girl's like, period. Like, what?
What's wrong with that? She in the class having fun. She's engaging. Why y'all taking the fun away from these kids, man?
Because I think it's just ignorant. Like, I think you need to prepare. Like, I don't know. But the way we were taught to act in the classroom was training for the corporate world, or like when you were going to go to work, you couldn't talk like that.
Oh, so you want to create little workers? I'm not interested in creating workers. I'm interested in creating creative minds.
Was my era. Yeah, but that was my era. My era was creating workers. Like there were all this social media. I'm gonna be a social media influencer, and that's how I'm gonna make millions. Like that didn't exist back when I was in school. Okay, you either had to go to college and get a fucking job. Like there was no. I'm gonna
fuck college.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Tyler the Creator for a living.
Fuck college.
Fucking shit. Yeah, fuck Tyler. Thank you, Judy.
I didn't say that.
I said it. Fuck Tyler.
We moving on. Munyon.
Period.
Big Dog. My father says that. What's up, Big Dog? It's a informal way to greet somebody that you know. It's like saying, "What's up, brother?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how you doing, pal? Can we say pal in your class? Like, goddamn.
Yeah, I like pal.
Jeez.
Hey, pal.
See? Motion or big motion. Don't know why you can't say that. Just vibe twin. What's up, twin? Nye. And it's given. Come on, man. Let these kids are already going through a crazy time period where they have to adhere to pronouns. You got teachers fighting kids in class. You got kids fighting kids in class. If they are coming to your class and they're attentive and they're wanting to learn and they say, bruh, I'm going to need you to back up. Just chill out. Like they're not in military school. They're not in private school. Like, come on, man.
Y'all are cracking me up in the comments. You know,
it's given.
I just found out what, first of all, that it's giving.
Period.
Like, hold on. When people say it's giving homeless, it's giving broke, I can't, that is my most least favorite phrase of 2023. My son, his friends were over one day and I was like, I had like hot dogs or something and they were like, yo, let me get a glizzy. And I was like, what the hell is a glizzy?
It's a hot dog.
What? Like, how did you get glizzy out of hot dog? I was like, what is it? What? Rap music, Dave said.
Man, glizzy, listen. Glizzy can mean two different things depending on how you use it. Some people up north say glizzy and they talk about the gun. So it just it depends on where you're from. But I don't know. I really feel like my high school experience was like the best time to go to high school.
Oh, I agree. It was. I feel the same way.
It was fun. Too. It was fun. And I couldn't imagine if I went, I would hate going to that teacher's classroom. In fact, I would probably skip the class. That's what I did when I was in high school. If I didn't like the teacher, I'm not going to your class. I don't care if I get an F or not. I'll come in here and take tests and then I'm not coming to your class the rest of the week. I just told on myself. I was not the greatest student.
I feel like Soonie was like she did everything right student.
No, I didn't.
Student that ditched. I did.
Dude, I skipped my entire first semester for a elective class and didn't give a fuck that I failed it. Didn't care.
Dang, you're a rebel.
That's the class. This is actually the class that the Miss Goodlow. I can't stand you, bitch. I know you're probably watching me. Miss Goodlow failed me by 1 point my senior year because I wanted to write a paper about Barack Obama and she told me he didn't do enough and he couldn't be my American hero.
She wasn't wrong.
See what I mean?
We like you, Miss Goodlow. I'm good with you, Miss Goodlow.
You don't even know Miss Goodlow and you saying you like her. Cause what? I asked my mom if I could skip on senior skip day. Bro, I didn't ask my mom nothing. I skipped on senior skip day, period.
Yeah, you're not supposed to ask.
I went swimming at the Charlotte Aquatic Center. And I would leave campus to go with Kyle to go get Taco Bell and Chick-fil-A.
Dang.
He skipped.
I used to leave to go have sex with my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Definitely wasn't doing that.
Oh, man.
Just, you're a little square over there. I asked my mom if I could skip. I didn't ask shit. I skipped all the time. But I didn't feel like going to a class, bro. I'm like, all right, I'm skipping. I didn't go to class.
That's funny.
My 10th grade year, though, my teacher passed me because my last name is Blanks. I know he passed me. It was Spanish, too.
Oh,
I didn't do shit in that class.
She passed you because she didn't want to deal with you no more. I think that's why she really passed you.
Nah. I was an athlete at that school, and all my family went there. And I knew the director. I knew the principal. They didn't give a shit. Some teachers really don't care. They're like, you know what? Don't come to class. See if I can.
When I grew up, teachers, I mean, if you went to a Catholic school, the nuns could hit you. And teachers in my middle school,
I would have fought.
They would tell you, I had one teacher, he used to walk and tell you, well, you're just a dumb son of a bitch, aren't you? That's what he would say.
Yeah, I would have been
like,
fuck you. See,
no,
I was
dude.
mouthy.
As an
I was
adult,
mouthy.
I cried when he died. He was one of my favorite teachers.
What?
Because he taught me real life. I will never forget that teacher till the day he's dead now, but till the day I die, I'll never forget him. Me and P both had him, and me and P talk about him all the time, and we're like, dang, dude, you remember Mr. Threfald? Threfald was his name, and I was like, dude, he was the best teacher. Ex-Marine, didn't take no bullshit.
Oh my gosh. You want to hear a funny story? I went from, so I lived in North Carolina for most of my life. We came back up north. Be quiet, Vanessa. We came back up north for like a year and a half. And I went to, actually, this is before I left. I take that back. I went to middle school in a predominantly white area. Okay.
Yeah.
I lived in Erie, and my cousin Jasmine, she lived in Mill Creek. And Mill Creek, where's all the rich uppity white people lived at, and the bougie ass black people, they all lived in Mill Creek. So I went to her school because my mom didn't like the middle school that I was going to be going to in the city of Erie. I think I was going to be going to like Wilson or Wayne, one of the two. And that was the hood school. And I wanted to go to the school. All my friends were going there. Everybody I knew, they were going to the hood school. I wanted to go to Wilson. And I went to J.S. Wilson instead. Bro, when I tell you, I was in the hallway in detention and ISS every single day.
Dang.
Every single day. I could not stand my teachers. I remember her name, Miss Glass. This teacher was so fucking mouthy. And I couldn't handle how mouthy she was with me that I would just pop off.
Oh,
and she would be like, go in the hallway.
I could see you like that.
Go in the hallway. And I would have to go in the hallway, and my friends would come out. Sometimes my cousin would come out and be like, bro, you got in trouble again. I would just sit there and laugh like, man, Miss Glass getting smart, bro. I don't care. I was mouthy, dude. Don't say nothing to me that I don't appreciate. I stayed in ISS.
Yeah. I did pretty good. Like, I usually had to do Saturday school because I ditched all the time. But like, I wasn't like the best student, but I wasn't like a terrible student. But I was always in trouble for talking. Surprise, surprise. I was always in trouble for talking, whether I was going to the bathroom and I would find somebody to talk to in the hallway, and I would just like, oh, my bad, I've been gone for like 30 minutes.
I would do that too. Talking. I would take the bathroom pass and go roam around the hallways or go in the bathroom and be texting on my cell phone and then waltz back into class. I had a bad attitude problem, bro.
Dude, okay.
My attitude was horrible.
So Key's dad was the school security officer, okay, at our school. He used to knock on the girls' bathroom and he'd be like, young ladies, because he's from Haiti, and not from Haiti, he was from Panama, and he was like, young ladies, he's like, what y'all doing in there? Y'all need to come out. And we'd be like, hee. And then, dude, we would come out like, and he'd be waiting out there for us, dude. He would follow us everywhere to make sure we go to class. We were crazy.
Dude, that was bad. Not bad like you were, but what you mean was, I'm not bad anymore. I don't break rules.
Exactly, Erica.
What rules do I break? I'm in bed by 10 o'clock. I don't go nowhere without my husband.
Those rules, but you a line stepper.
What line?
You be crossing lines, Soonie. Don't be lying.
What line do I cross? Because I drink and smoke? Next?
No, I'm not talking about that. You a troublemaker. She
You're
tries
lying.
to play this little sweet Christian girl out, this little act that she does, but you don't be.
Ask Erica. Ask Erica.
Ask Erica. She knows.
Ask Erica. I'm the nicest person ever until you do something to piss me off. Now, if you do something to piss me off, all bets are off. I don't give a shit about you. I will plot your demise until I get called to the table to grow up. And then I'll be like, all right, you know what? She was right. I got to stop. In Louisiana, they have corporal punishment. I would have fought the teacher. You put your hands on me, I'm swinging. There's no way I would have allowed a teacher to hit me. And my mama would have came up there and told me I was right.
Dang. Not my mama. She said, beat her harder.
What? Heck
Hit her
no.
for me. Hit her for me too.
My mom is super defensive over her kids. I could have cussed the teacher out 5 different ways. I would have got, because you said you was mouthy. Oh, I'm still mouthy. I'm just saying, my mouth got me into trouble.
So even if you were wrong, your mom would come to your defense?
Sometimes, yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Not my mom. You're lucky.
Now, there were times where she would hold me accountable and be like, that's not how you act. But there was something I did. I can't remember what I did. I got suspended.
Wait, was she?
This is
was
my
she
first
like?
time.
Would she defend you at the school to look like a good mom, and then when you get home, she'd get into you?
Mm-mm.
No. Oh, see, my mom,
Mm-mm.
she would look all good at the school, and then when we get home, she'd beat my ass.
Nah. So nice. I am nice. Stop it. I just tell you what it is real quick. Like, I'm not going to hold no bars with you. But, no, I got suspended for something. I don't even think I did anything. Somebody was making an inappropriate joke in science class. And my friend, her name was Quanisha. I remember this girl.
Quanisha.
She said something sexual to one of the other students. And we were all doing a collective science project together. And the teacher overheard it. And this broad wrote me up. So yeah, I got mouthy with her. And I said exactly how I felt. And she said, you could talk it over with the assistant principal. They sent me to the assistant principal's office. He asked me what happened. And I'm like, I didn't even say nothing. But I wasn't going to snitch on who said it. This what got me in trouble. I should have just told on her ass. But I didn't. I said, I didn't say it. I don't know who said it. Well, the teacher heard it and the teacher ain't gonna lie. I'm like, well, I didn't say it. And they were like, well, you're going to have to get suspended for 1 day. And they suspended me for a day. That was my first time getting suspended.
I never understood suspensions. Well, because like you're just basically at home. Like I had fun when I was on suspension. Because my mom worked. Yeah, because my mom worked. So nobody was home to supervise me.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Heck yeah. So you just like,
it's like this is a day off. I don't care.
I'm on vacation, dude. I'm watching TV. I'm eating all the snacks. You know what I mean? Dang. Anyway.
Oh God. Soonie, did you grow up where any mother on the block could discipline y'all and any kids? Like, yes, Miss Johnson. To a certain extent, like people that my mom knew and that I grew up with. Yeah. Now discipline wasn't like, my mom didn't allow other people to whoop me. That's one thing she didn't play about. But if they wanted to like, chastise me and tell me about myself, heck yeah. I got in trouble from other people before I got in trouble at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got my mom, I got my ass whooped. I would be scared to do stuff. Like I never snuck out. I never like snuck boys into the house. My mom was crazy. All right.
First of all, I feel attacked right now.
Why you feel attacked?
Because you just described me basically. You said I never.
Oh well, that ain't my fault. You did it.
I never stuck boys in the house.
I didn't. Yeah. I was too afraid to do stuff like that.
I was sneaking boys to sleep over in my house.
You know what? I take that back. You have to go, but I'm gonna share stories with the audience. Okay. I'll let you say bye.
I'll listen. I'll tune in. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging in while I was gone on vacation. And what do we have? What is it? We have a show Friday. So we'll come with another fire show on Friday.
It is Friday.
Yeah. Cool.
So Tuesday?
No. Oh, it is Friday. Oh my God, I just realized our title on our thing says Tuesday Night Live with Soonie and
Mo. Whoops.
I am so off. I'm so sorry, but see, you guys are smart and you got where I was coming. You got me. I got you. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
I'm about to get off here, but I told a tall tale because I didn't sneak out. I just went outside because one of my friends had pulled up and I was sitting in the car talking with them and they were either smoking in the car or doing something. I left the sliding door unlocked And when I went to come back in, it was locked, and I was like, shit. And I had to ring the doorbell, y'all. My mama was waiting. She turned the porch light off and everything. She knew I was outside. And the first thing she asked me was like, you out there having sex? And I'm like, bro, no. So that was my only like sneaking out story that I ever really participated in. But I was too afraid to like smoke weed and drink to a certain extent. I used to get those tilts. If you guys were young around my time, like 2006 or 2009, they had these tilt drinks at the gas station. And one of my friends had an older sister, and she would give us tilts and she would let us have wine coolers. I did that, but I don't see how my mother didn't smell any of this stuff on me. I think she probably knew, but she was just like, at least you're home. But hard liquor and like weed and all that, I didn't start doing that until I was like 18 and beyond. Other than that, I was too scared to do stuff because I knew I was going to get a beat down, and I got tired of getting whipped on. So I'm not breaking no rules. I'm not sneaking out. My cousin wanted to go do something. I'm not doing that. We got to be back home by 9 o'clock. I would try to get home back at 9 o'clock because I did not want to be in trouble. But high school was a tough thing for me, man. I was so mouthy in school. I had the worst attitude. And on top of that, I was in a white school and I had even more of an attitude, y'all. So that's really the extent of what I did growing up. I didn't do hard drugs. I didn't sneak out for parties. I didn't go to a house party till I was within my like mid-20s. I went out to this teen night one time with my cousin and I felt out of place there. I'm a homebody. I like chilling at home doing stuff, but nah. Let me read some of your stories. My pops caught me sneaking back in the house and was waiting with duct tape so no one can hear me screaming about. Damn. God, that's a lot. Sheesh. Erica, hey. I smoked weed at a party for the first time and tripping. I was terrified. The first time I really smoked like that, I was 20 something and I smoked a bong. That's my experience with that. But those were the times to remember. Yeah. You know, even though I got in trouble, even though of course I was doing stuff I wasn't supposed to be doing, I did have fun growing up as a teenager. Now, I know I hope my kids don't ever attempt to do anything that I did. But you're a teenager, you do stuff, you're trying to explore. It is what it is. I was in the 9th grade. Please, 9th grade, I was home in school. I was never without my mom in the 9th grade. 10th grade was something different. We moved to Charlotte. And I didn't even come. Yeah, I came at the end of 10th grade. So that was something different. Charlotte was a bigger city. I had more access to things versus living in a small town Erie. So yeah, I got into a little bit more when I moved into like a big metro area. It sucks being 21 now. I was married and I had my first baby by 21. So it didn't suck. But I get what you mean by it sucks being 21 now because you guys are living in a completely different time period. You guys are in a completely different reality when it comes to like societal norms and what's allowed versus what's not allowed. You guys have so much technology that it's making you stupid. I'm telling you. You ever talk to a 21-year-old? Your average 21-year-old? I'm not talking about the smart ones that can carry a conversation with you, but you ever talk to a 21-year-old? I get what the teacher means by like, if you don't use proper English, but at the same time, you know what? I take that back. In high school, it's different. When you're 21, you need to be formulating sentences that make sense. If you look, I tried to talk to a 21-year-old about their views on, you know, what's happening in the world today. And I heard like, you know, like this, like that. On God, like this. I don't say on God. All right. I don't talk like that. There, I might say cap, bruh, or, you know, some of those other slang words, but that's to be dramatic, charismatic. Y'all too big to be talking like that. Way too big. I might say bet. I say bet in my text messages or finna or wanna, bro, but we need to bring that list back up. Where's that list at? Some of the stuff y'all say is pretty wild, and you're a little bit too big to be talking like that at 21. Hold on, let me see. They use ton of filler words, poor vocabulary coupled with nerves. You shouldn't be nervous to talk to me. It's just me. I can't even tell you if she even formulated a coherent thought because I didn't understand anything she was saying. And I think I even said to her, do you realize you've said absolutely nothing to me? You said a whole lot to say nothing. It's almost as if they're trying to sidestep and not quite answer the question because either maybe they don't know the answer to it or whatever the case may be. Just say, I don't know. You don't got to keep going along or pretending like you know what I'm talking about and you're conversing with me. And you make yourself, and you end up looking stupider in the long run. I'm telling you, 21-year-olds and some 25-year-olds, man, I'm concerned about your vocabulary. Let me see. My boys at the age of 45 talk like this and say it's cause they kids. Really? It's really just slang from where we're from. Of course, it is slang, but at some point, we have to learn when to turn that off and on. Let me read. Hold on. Let me read some of my text messages. I don't think I use these words. Like, I don't be like, oh, God, period. I don't text that way. Let me see. Not going to read that. I say bruh a lot. That's it. I might use bruh or bet. Anything outside of that, I don't really text in slang. I say def. I don't type what all the way out. But that's about it. I'm proud of myself. I thought I was in the text messages saying, oh God, period. I don't text like that though, y'all. I promise I don't. I don't know what they mean, but I'm gonna say them. They all mean the same thing in different variation. That's it. That's really it. My husband was making fun of me one day. He was on the phone one day and he said both of them. And I was like, what? No, he said both of them. I'm like, first of all, you know what's crazy? I knew exactly what the hell he was trying to say. That's probably very sad. But I know he was trying to say both of them. But he kept saying both of them. And I was correcting him like, that's not the way you say it. You got to say both of them. Somebody put that in the chat. How do you text that? Both of them. Do people say tooth still? Or do you guys say tooth? Facts is your fave or 100. I do say facts a lot. It's facts, bro. See? Facts and bro. Bruh, facts. Look at that. My boy Apex coming through in the clutch. Both of them. That means both of them. You just don't say it. You don't enunciate all the words. That's really all slang is. It's just not enunciating your language properly. I use the slang I grew up with, but not the one the kids use today. Yeah, a lot of what they say is very ignorant, but they're kids, right? As long as you teach your kids proper English and you do force them to say proper sentences to you and in a formal setting, I don't think there's anything wrong with them conversing with their friends the way they converse with friends. They're kids. Let kids be kids, man. Consider the time they're growing up in. I would much rather listen to my kids say a slang word than to hear them talk about being tranny or having gender fluid ideas or buying into liberal ideas, I would much rather hear them say bruh or that's cap. And my son said that to me one day and I cracked up. I'm like, where you hear that from? He was like, you. He told my daughter, that's cap. You're lying. That's cap. I would much rather hear that than anything else. Okay. Did we cover everything? I think I have one more topic that I wanted to bring up. Oh, yes. Before I close out, there is this really awesome video that my husband sent me that I thought was very much so a parallel to what we experience in the US today. Now, in some ways, it has reached this extent. In other ways, I think we are very close to it reaching this type of environment. And the reason I felt like this video was so important is because of the current legislation that's being passed in regards to anti-Semitism. And as you just saw, anti-Blackness, privilege, and all these other things. These words are being banned, you guys. They're being banned. So let me play this video for y'all, and I'm going to get on up out of here. Where's the audio?
Things that they said on social media. 400 people in Russia. Obviously, this country is very different. How many people do you think were arrested?
We got to start over. Can't do that. Can't do that.
In Russia last year, 400 people were arrested for things that they said on social media. 400 people in Russia. Obviously, this country is very different. How many people do you think were arrested in Britain for things they said on social media last year?
Go on.
Take a guess.
I have no idea.
3,300.
Really? Arrested for what they'd said on social media?
Yeah.
Really? What sort of things get you arrested?
Well, one example I give in my show is there was a young woman from Liverpool called Chelsea Russell. Her friend was killed in a car crash, 19-year-old woman. And she posted the lyrics of his favorite song on her Instagram, the lyrics. And there was a rap song, so the lyrics contained several instances of the N-word. Okay? She was arrested, prosecuted, found guilty, given 500 hours of community service and a fine, tagged, and for a year she was under 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. curfew.
My goodness.
In Britain.
In Britain.
In 2018. In Russia last year, 400 people were arrested for things that they said on social media. My bad,
let me take that down. Isn't that crazy, y'all? People are being arrested for their speech. Now, what it made me think of was the current climate that we're in when it comes to our politicians saying what they want to happen to us on social media and other avenues of our life, on Twitter, on all these things. So Nikki Haley, and I'm going to play this video, is wanting to verify everyone on social media. When I say everyone, I mean everyone. She wants your name, she wants your address, and she wants free speech for anonymous Americans. Don't know what that means, okay? But to want social media to have to verify you, your name, to put up your ID to be able to access social media is fucking absurd, okay? So this is what she said. She said that while she didn't mind anonymous American free speech, she didn't support anonymous free speech for actors in Russia, Iran, and China. During an appearance on Fox News Tuesday, Haley said every person on social media should be verified by their name. Haley, who was fiercely criticized by fellow Republican candidates for the idea, joined the host of CNBC's Squawk Box on Wednesday and was asked to explain her comments after heads exploded. She said again that she wanted social media companies to be transparent with Americans and show their algorithms. What I know, what anyone in intelligence knows, Russia, China, Iran, North Korea too, know that the cheapest form of warfare is to spread misinformation. Look at what happened with Israel. Just listen to what these people say. You want to know where all this pro-Hamas information is coming from? It's coming from foreign actors that are sowing chaos and division. Now, you want to ask me, what does this have to do with our speech? Well, when you want to put a name to information that people are putting out, specifically Americans, and you are threatening some sort of persecution, don't you think that is going to shun people away from being honest with their dialogue, whether it's on the internet or in person, especially if you have the federal government watching everything you do? Or how about the fact that not even just language, people aren't even allowed to freely express themselves if they think something was stolen from them. Now, I can't say what was stolen from them, but let's just say a theft occurred and somebody wanted to go make their voices heard about this theft that occurred. And the FBI says, you're actually not allowed to do this, and I'm going to put you in jail for peacefully demonstrating how upset you are about a theft. All I'm saying is, please go look into these candidates that you may or may not be supporting. Go see where they stand and where they align on all these issues. Russia, in my opinion, they can do what Russia does. But we are taking on aspects of what happened in Russia and the UK, which is punishing Americans for expressing how they feel about a subject. I have the same energy with BLM and anybody who supports it. Not the people who are actually going out and starting fires and looting businesses, but the people who want to march in the streets and say America's racist. I don't have to believe America's racist to want to fight for your right to get out there and do that. I don't think and I think we should be jailed for being upset about a theft that occurred. If I want to go stand on the front lawn and say a theft occurred and I want to hold a sign up, I shouldn't go to jail for that. That is going to jail for your speech. So it's not far off in America. These things are happening, and they're happening at a rapid speed. Anyways, y'all, I am fresh out of topics, and I'm actually tired of moving my mouth. My mouth is pretty dry, and I have no water back here. So thank you, Kash, for coming on. Thank you for all the people that tuned in. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss another live like this. If you are watching from Facebook, thank you for tuning in. Please hit the share button, hit the thumbs up so we can get this video out there. And we'll see you guys Tuesday.